This is Dolany TV, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the late start this evening. It is, of course, scheduled for 6:45 stream time. However, when you get prime rib dinner cooked for you on a Tuesday night in December, you're not one to say no to, of course, that meal for sure. So, my friends, that's where we find ourselves as we get set for tonight's live stream. Little prime rib dinner in the stomach, and away we go for what is the final Battle of Alberta, the first Battle of Alberta live stream of the year here on Dolany TV, I believe, but the final Battle of Alberta stream for 2022 and, of course, the 2022-2023 regular season. So with that, good evening, welcome aboard. I see that Owen and Josh both stopped by earlier prior to the stream getting started, and now tonight, of course, big night for us simply because both teams need the 2 points desperately, and we'll see which team comes out on top this evening. I think the betting man in Edmonton would say Calgary just because we're down on the Oilers right now, and secondary to that, the Flames fans would say the exact about the Oilers coming up in this victory simply because, well, the Flames have started treading better than they have been earlier in the season, and now this would be a great time to disappoint the home fans in Calgary. So we'll see what that ends up translating out to this evening, my friends, as the Oilers and Flames, well, get set to do battle this evening, live from Scotiabank Saddledome. So as people have made mention all year so far, is that the Battle of Alberta just isn't going to be the same without Kachuk and Kazian. Well, tonight's one of those nights that probably reignites it, if you get where I'm going, because it's the Saddle Dome. It seems to be one of those things of a mid-season December battle between these two teams, kind of ratchets things up. So we'll see what that kind of develops out there. And for Jacob Markstrom too, he's in net for the Flames, so that's where for the Oilers, I think it's one thing you should feel comfortable, put shots on net, definitely try and bleed into Markstrom as much as possible early on in the game, and good things should happen. Of course, this too is a starting goaltender for the Calgary Flames tonight in Jacob Markstrom. This is not a backup goaltender or a third string goalie for the Oilers to face, so obviously that should translate out that it should work out pretty well for our Edmonton Oilers squad tonight, but I guess we'll see if that does indeed translate the way I think it very well might. Jaden, welcome into the live stream, friends. Good evening, welcome to Dolany TV as we get this one up and underway for this evening's stream. Of course, just as I have 15 of you hanging out just prior to this puck drop here this evening, just to mention that if you have to leave out of the stream or have to go do something that you have to put the stream down, if you could just be so kind to mute me and just leave me running, that'd be greatly appreciated, because one thing that helps out the helps out the stream in general, just kind of gain traction on YouTube, is that longer watch duration, and that's something that I've made mention of it, and I think a lot of people have definitely taken it to heart, and I really appreciate that. And for the Oilers, starting in net tonight, Stuart Skinner, 10-9-1 or 10-9-1, and a 290 goals against average. So both goalies just about giving up 2.9 goals per game. Markstrom down at 2.84, but still he's got a long ways to go to regain that former Jacob Markstrom form that so many folks know he has within him, and that's why he signed to the deal he is in Calgary. All right, Jaden, you've got the question on what is my prediction. Simply put, I think tonight gets a little messy between these two teams. That's kind of my idea here between this one, just simply knowing that it's the first game back from the holiday break. You look at the last couple of games between these two teams, right? Tight scoring, 1-goal games, 3-2 for the Oilers over the Flames last time out this October 29th. 4-3 for the Flames over top of the Oilers. So you're talking about both teams have scored 6 goals in the season series. I think just knowing, and you might have seen if you were coming into this video prior to the live stream being live, you might have seen that last Battle of Alberta back in March last year before the playoff Battle of Alberta, where things went absolutely sideways between the Flames and Oilers. That's kind of the expectation I have going into this one, just simply because it's getting to be that time of year where both teams are going to be wanting to put it to each other the rest of the way home, but this is their last chance to do it to each other. And when they start trying to really put each other to the ground, it kind of evolves into a big time mess on our TVs, and that's not a bad thing at all. That's a great thing. So we'll see if that translates out again tonight. Luke, let's go Oilers. You're a Capitals fan, but the Oilers are your second favorite team. Well, you cheer for Ovi, you cheer for McDavid. Checks out for sure. And well, for the Oilers to win, it's just how the win happens. Robert, you're asking yourself, win happens. Yeah, no, it's not that I'm even predicting the Oilers to win this one tonight. Simply put, is in a battle of Alberta, anytime I open my mouth, it seems to be a bad idea. So I guess by opening my mouth and saying it's going to be a mess, we're probably going to have a 2-0, 1-0 game kind of deal. So that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out here, is just how to map out a simple, clean game, a clean win for the Oilers, and hopefully a victory that gets it going. But simply put, by expecting it to be an absolute mess out there, that's kind of, at least I'm prepared for the worst, right? Expect disappointment and never be disappointed, despite like a 9-6 game for either team. That'd be entertaining all in all. No disappointment there from any side of it. But that's just where we find ourselves tonight. Looks like it is a Calgary Flames telecast tonight, and this is something that I actually want to bring to light as an Edmonton Oilers fan down in Calgary. Is I get to have some great conversations with Flames fans who obviously watch the same game as us Oilers fans when they're facing the Calgary Flames. And this mention was made during just a little Christmas conversation I had prior to heading out on Christmas Eve, is the fact that for Flames fans, when they're watching their Flames telecast, is, it's so shoved down their throat about Connor McDavid. That's, I guess, what I'm looking for tonight, is how much the Flames broadcast shoves Connor McDavid down Flames fans' throats. Because, right, obviously he's a great player. He's our best player by far, next to Leon Draisaitl, who's pretty close to him some nights. But it's it's getting to the point now for the Oilers where, right, there's more to Edmonton than Connor McDavid. And for a Flames fan, right, like, I mean, as Oilers fans, you can love, hate Flames fans all you want, but it's not like they're stupid, right? It's not like they just, Connor McDavid, that's all there is to the Oilers. And then when the Flames broadcast feeds them only Connor McDavid about the Oilers, well, see, that's all they're talking about, so that must be all there is. No, that's the thing, is I've come to really appreciate Flames fans down here in southern Alberta who know, you know what, the Oilers have a lot more than Connor McDavid, and they're kind of upset that they don't get to hear about the guys not named Connor McDavid, right? Like, how much fun would it be to know some random junior stats about Kyler Yamamoto or kind of stuff, and that's the stuff that's not mentioned on a Flames broadcast when they're playing the Oilers, because it's either all Flames or all Connor McDavid, and that's kind of their frustration here in southern Alberta with their broadcasts when they do indeed have to play the Edmonton Oilers. So that rant aside, we'll get her going here, as we're just on commercial break, my friends. And of course, that said too, tonight is I don't know what's going on upstairs. Somebody answered the door and something's going on up there. Anyway, sorry friends. Robert, to yours. Hey, I appreciate you sticking with me. That's the thing. It's an evolution. It's all about the story, not the moment, right? And Oilers don't just we have Hyman, and that's exactly what it is. We have so many more players than just Connor McDavid to talk about. It's not necessarily like Devon Shore's doing more than anyone else on the team, yet they only choose to talk about Connor McDavid. That's not that point. It's more just the problem with it is, no matter who is doing what on the Oilers, every Flames broadcast against the Oilers, and this is just me being told, this isn't my astute observations by any means, is all focused on Connor McDavid and what he is doing. So that's where we find ourselves tonight, entering the Scotiabank Saddledome live on the broadcast, is to see what kind of emphasis they put on Connor McDavid and what kind of emphasis they put on kind of the Calgary Flames and how much better or worse they are than the Edmonton Oilers this season. And it's good to see Rick Ball back on the broadcast. Obviously, he made his return to Flames broadcast back on Hockey Fights Hockey Fights Cancer Night at the Scotiabank Saddledome a couple of months ago, so he's back on the broadcast and ready to rock and roll with Kelly Rudy tonight. And we'll see what Kelly Rudy brings out there this evening. So, obviously points in 16 of the last 22 games for the Calgary Flames, 11-6-5 record since November 11th. You got to remember the Flames started hot. I think it was something like 4-1, and then pretty much as soon as they faced that Oilers team on October 29th, everything went sideways there for about 2 weeks for the Flames, and then, well, things have kind of turned around obviously in that. And you look at now, they're going to talk about the highest power play percentage, but they cut away from the graphic way too fast. So that's all it is. The game should start in about 10 minutes, I'd assume. Obviously, this is a regional telecast, so it should be done before 7:15, the pregame show. But I guess we'll find out as we transition into the actual game when and where. But they're talking about this Oilers squad and talking about how much the Oilers penalty or power play really is an advantage for him here. So that's something non-Connor McDavid related, but also Connor McDavid related that the Calgary Flames broadcast talking about tonight. Of course, the Oilers power play percentage clipping at a 32.3 tonight. And we will get right to the national anthems, my friends. So we are above pace for today. Don't mind me at all. I'm going to sit back and enjoy that for sure, the fact that we're already on the national anthems. And as we get set, my friends, of course, just a reminder, the commercial breaks should be lower and slower than usual tonight because we'll just kind of try and work it with commercial breaks within the broadcast. And secondary to that, as we get through the national anthems, just one tonight. But if you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate you considering hitting that subscribe button here on Dolany TV. Simply put, I'm just under 300 subscribers away from 10,000, and hey, you know what? We have a good chance to put another large dent in it tonight. So if you'd be so kind, you don't have to do it right now. I'm not trying to pressure you right now. Take a chance, listen to some of the commentary of the game tonight, and let me know. That's all I'm going to really say. Am I just going to be doing commentary? Yes, unfortunately, just doing commentary. As I cannot show the game due to copyright restrictions. As you see, as you come into the stream, there is an ad on this stream, which means I make money on YouTube. And if I make money on YouTube and post actual game footage, I unfortunately would lose my right to make this a business. So that's where we find ourselves. No stream due to copyright restrictions, but hey, trust me, my friends in the chat giving me a hard time about not having the stream as we go through the national anthems. If not to say if you Google that name, but to say if you Google that name, there's a bona fide broadcaster that came out of the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology back in 2016 named this guy. That's done a lot of hockey play-by-play over the course of my career, so stay with me. We'll be fine, and we'll get her going. Stuart Skinner in net for the Edmonton Oilers, 10-9-1 record, 290 goals against average, and a .911 save percentage. Also featuring a perfect performance against the Flames early on in the season in relief of Jack Campbell, who had given up at that time a lot of goals. Jake Markstrom 11-8-4-4, and as they do with the second goaltender graphic every single time, they cut away too quickly. So Rasmus Andersson starting this game on the bench. That would probably tell me that we're going to start the third line tonight. I'm not too sure who's out there for the Edmonton Oilers having Rasmus Andersson on the bench. They got Mackenzie Weegar and Brandon Tanev on the blue line right now for the Calgary Flames. And my friends, we're ready for puck drop. Looks like yes, or no, yeah, it is the third line. I called her right there. So the Oilers win the face-off, chipped ahead and into the far side corner. Nope, bounces off the net. She's an icing call, and there you go, right out of the gate. The Oilers ice the puck off the opening face-off. Not too sure what the strategy is there, but we'll be good to go here between the Oilers and Flames in the defensive zone. Nugent Hopkins draws in for the face-off against Nazem Kadri. Nuge wins it back, and Darnell Nurse will relay it across the zone up and into the neutral, where the Oilers gather after it hits the Flame stick. Turned back there by Huberdeau, who's busting wide on Darnell Nurse. Nurse doing a good job battling him off the puck, and Nurse will be able to turn that one back onto the stick of Kadri, though. And now Hanifin coming on the pinch, going around the net. Nice wraparound opportunity, but denied by Skinner. Puck squirts all the way back into the Flames zone. And it's going to be turned back to Rasmus Andersson, who's back on the ice now. Andersson gets it across from his D partner, but it's cut off there by Yamamoto. Yamamoto in on net, guides a backhand in on Markstrom. He's denied. Foegele out there with Draisaitl and Yamamoto. Barrie fires the shot, looking for the backdoor deflection from Foegele. Couldn't get it. Flames Coleman able to come up with it, and he'll work through the middle. This one's going to be turned back there, but offside at the blue line. That was a battle puck for the Oilers, and they were able to keep the Flames offside. Darnell Nurse, though, good job there defending against Jonathan Huberdeau, tucking into him and getting it going. And now all of a sudden, of course, here's Sportsnet not showing the altercations anymore. So it looks like we're going to finally get the guys off the ice for a line change. And here's Brett Kulak messing up Andrew Mangiapane, just absolutely stapling him to the ground. And it's one of those things. Right now, the Oilers, it's on them to try and get the Battle of Alberta back together here. So here's a chance now for that wraparound replay. And that was a beautiful, beautiful denial there by Stuart Skinner. And then a good active stick by Darnell Nurse to clear it out. So Connor McDavid wins it to the winger, who gets it back to the left D. There's Brett Kulak playing it ahead. It's going to be fired into the far side corner. And again, I don't get it, man. Far side corner icing again here for the Oilers, as they just, both times from opposite sides of the ice, fire it to the corner and take an icing call. And I mean, Jay Woodcroft's looking about as confused as I am out there. And this is a fantastic graphic by the Flames broadcast. Jay Woodcroft, head coach of the Oilers. Don't give a record, don't give nothing out of Sportsnet. Anyway, Flames trying to win this face off. They will to the near side boards. It'll go around to the right wing on the Oilers zone. Tyson Barrie able to battle it there and get it back up to an Oilers attacker. Now Brett Kulak leads it out of the zone. This time, right side of center, blasted into the corner in the Flames zone. Comes around off the boards. Puljujarvi pokes it to Hyman. Puljujarvi eliminates his man, and now back the other way, though. The Flames regain possession 2-on-2. Connor McDavid, the trailer, looking to block off this attack for the Calgary Flames. It's turned back on the block shot and worked back by the Flames in the neutral zone. Coming in on the attack now, the Flames work it across. Dubé drives it on down deep below the goal line. Darnell Nurse able to chip it there to a waiting Warren Foegele, who's tied up with a Calgary Flame. Fogel's going to battle it back into the far side corner. Darnell Nurse sees it go to Dubé. Dubé turns it immediately over to Puljujarvi, who leads away, gets it ahead to Foegele. Foegele busting a move through the middle. Couldn't get through the same D-man twice. Cut out, cut in. But that's okay. It'll be good enough to kill a little bit of the clock before it bounces off the neutral zone into the Oilers bench and up and out of play with a whistle with 17:49 to go. So this one, I guess, at least for both the Oilers and Flames, despite a couple of weird icing calls on the Oilers' part, and despite obviously no real shots or anything of substance for the Oilers, not been a bad period so far. A little bit of pace, a little bit of excitement as both teams getting engaged in just kind of trying to take each other to task here. And now this one worked back down low in the Oilers zone. I don't know where that was, because obviously the broadcast didn't cut to it quick enough, but Nikita Zadorov in behind the Oilers net. He's looking for an open option. 4 Flames deep. Michael Stone fires the shot up high over top of the net. This one's going to be Brett Ritchie to the middle, fired off the pads of Stuart Skinner, and coming away the other way, Dylan Holloway, who will lead off the boards to Ryan McLeod. McLeod stumbles. He's taken down, but not out of the play, as Derek Ryan's able to support him and get it to Dylan Holloway. Holloway battling off the defender, Barrie D to D, and they contain it in the defensive zone before, well, Brett Kulak's hustled off the puck, and then a miscue at the Oilers' blue line prevents a Flames 3-on-1. Ruzicka, though, battles right through Tyson Barrie, and I mean, I don't know what kind of play that was from Tyson Barrie, but Ruzicka takes it right through Barrie, snaps a shot into the glove of Stuart Skinner, and everybody decides, cool, good enough for me, I'm going off the ice, and call it a day. So that one, the blast of a shot, though, from Michael Stone, who, if you would remember, turned into Mike Green, and that's an offside right there on that Michael Stone shot. So that would have been interesting had that hit the net. Milan Lucic in to take the face off for the Calgary Flames. He wins it back too cleanly. Brandon Tanev can't get, or Chris Tanev, sorry, knew I was going to make that mistake at some point. Can't get it across the line. Now Jonathan Huberdeau poked when the Flames actually do. Back the other way, leading in on the charge, Yamamoto into the near side corner, trying to get a puck off the boards. The Oilers trying to get it going there, and that's been a second line that's been featured heavily. Warren Fogel's had some heavy minutes here to start this first period here in the first few minutes. That one escapes Kyler Yamamoto, but he turns it right over off of Jonathan Huberdeau. He'll button hook to the near side boards, leave it there for Draisaitl, who is smothered by two Flames crossing paths. And back the other way, Kadri will come in and chip it on deep to Stuart Skinner, who elects not to play it. Evan Bouchard, first time I've noticed him, comes out to play it and immediately turns it over. Shot, save, Skinner. That one was sketchy, but Klim Kostin will lead it back the other way and dump it in deep for Matthias Janmark, who beats the door off there. Janmark leaves it for Kostin on one touch, down into the near side corner. Right wing in the Flames zone now. Working it here, the Oilers going right or left to right, and Flames going right to left in this matchup. That's something I got to remember to mention. But as we get things rolling here, 15:42 to go here in this first period. The Oilers without a shot as the Flames work this one in, and Zach Hyman turns it around. It's 4-0 Flames in the shot department. Zach Hyman looking to change that. Connor McDavid trying to come up with this puck now in the Flames zone. All the Flames defensemen under duress from Oilers attackers, and this one's going to be turned back finally at the blue line by the Oilers, and it will be cleared by the Flames on that last final ditch effort. Cody Ceci from Jesse Puljujärvi. Ceci up ahead to Darnell Nurse. Darnell Nurse fires the shot, and there you go. There is the first shot of the night from the left wing for the Oilers on Jacob Markstrom. Darnell Nurse walking down, finally gets the shot on net. Look at this one. Look at this. That's that one. Just a sketchy play there by Huberdeau. Turns around twice on him, and then Yamamoto elects not to shoot the puck. And that's something that I really think the Oilers have to do a lot of tonight against Jacob Markstrom, is shoot the puck and just make him feel uncomfortable in the crease, right? Obviously, Jacob Markstrom could be a game changer if he does make a couple saves in a row for the Flames, but first off, he's got to be shot tested, and so far the Oilers haven't done that. Marcus Niemelainen in the lineup tonight for the Oilers, obviously suffering a couple injuries to their depth defensemen in Broberg and Murray, but now struggling to get into the zone cleanly. Derek Ryan's able to shovel it back to the blue line, escapes Niemelainen on the tip there by the Flames high attacker, and this one will be all the way worked back to Derek Ryan, who turns it over immediately to Kadri. Kadri's going to come in, fire the shot, toe drag it wide. Far side point, back to the high point now. Lucic down low to Weegar. Weegar fires the shot wide of the net. And that one was a good looking chance, just couldn't get it on net. Could Weegar, and now a chance into the near far side corner, near side corner. Moving too fast. The Flames have a lot of pace in this game today, that's for sure, as Puljujärvi is going to work this one into the Oilers offensive zone. Well, Hyman tried to play that one, didn't, and the Flames continue to pressure the Oilers into getting the puck back the other way defensively, as Darnell Nurse will play this puck. And the Flames crowd's all over the Flames right now, making sure they know that they appreciate this start at the Scotiabank Saddledome. Here's a 2-on-3 for the Flames to the net. Skinner the save. He'll get the glove on it, and that will be that, as they will stop that play right there. The Oilers not doing too well in the past 5 games, obviously. That one actually goes off the crossbar. Mackenzie Weegar fires it just off the top of the crossbar, looking to go bar down. Glove side on Stuart Skinner. That was one of those chances that could have been sketchy. But my friends, good evening and welcome to tonight's broadcast of the Flames and Oilers. If you're wondering why I don't have it so much, I don't know. I feel like I'm struggling here, but I think that's just the Oilers need to get into the game to get me into it a little bit, is guessing what I'd say, if I'm going to just be guilty of anything. As John, welcome into the live stream as well. And Ross, thank you for the kind words. But as I said, you know what? For me to get into this game a lot, I gotta say we gotta get the old Oilers into the game. And it's not that they're even starting slow. I think, Kula, to your point, it's a sloppy start, and that's not even defensively. I'd say it's offensively too, because you look at that Kyler Yamamoto turnover that he forced Jonathan Huberdeau into making, and he takes it down the ice and he looks for a passing attempt instead of looking to shoot it. I don't know why it seems to be every time the Oilers get a good look early in the game, they instead choose to pass it up and try to make a prettier play, make a little bit more out of it, make the opposition work harder, when all you have to do is take that puck to the net and really try and make them earn it defensively in front of their own net. And that's the one thing that kind of has me sad is, yeah, a little bit sloppy to start, but it's not just the defense. It's not just the transition game. It's a little bit of passing up opportunities to shoot the puck too, and that's going to doom you if you're the Oilers against the Calgary Flames at the Scotiabank Saddledome. So I look forward to them correcting that here. So Milan Lucic looks to have had some kind of gathering at his house with all the kids. Oh, they're making fun of Lucic's holiday gathering by saying, when Milan Lucic tells you it's time to go home, it's time to go home. Flames win the face-off, though. Here, Rasmus Andersson gets it down deep to his attacker there, Dylan Dubé, but Dubé can't get it going, and this one's going to be worked by the Oilers now as they will exit out of the zone and work it ahead. That's played ahead to the near side corner for Warren Foegele by Kyler Yamamoto. Yamamoto crashing and banging. He comes up with the puck. And I must say, despite the one boneheaded not take it to the net play from Yamamoto, he's been noticeable. He's been moving his feet. And here's Leon Draisaitl moving his feet, playing it on down deep to Foegele. Foegele gets it across, but bounces it off a skate to Yamamoto, who jams it off the boards. And now Foegele again with it, but misses Kulak completely, and here's Tyson Barrie hustling for it. Barrie will go to one-handed. I don't understand that play at all, but sure as Kulak gets it poked ahead to the point, and it goes high up over top of the net off of a stick deflection. Huge hit from Costin on Blake Coleman. Absolutely just leveled him there. Probably one of the bigger hits you'll see in the NHL nowadays. Draisaitl able to deflect it away from the slot shot of Backlund. Now another deflection there by Tyson Barrie to deflect it into the corner. And here's another chance now for Backlund to skate it. He'll fire the shot, fire it wide. Rebound opportunity comes to the side of the net. Flames denied there again. And okay, get me into the game. The Oilers getting it going defensively here, shutting down the Flames on a couple of good looks. And this puck will come up off of somebody and out of play. And wow. All right, so that was a sequence, I guess you could say. And Leon Draisaitl in behind the net, doing that whole skate out from behind the net and around, and then he gets taken down just by momentum. And that's one thing that the Flames are going to have to worry about here tonight, is just allowing Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl to skate around the zone a little bit. Could open things up a little dangerously, right? If Draisaitl doesn't blow a tire there, she gets pretty sketchy in the Flames' end for him. This one worked now by Derek Ryan to the blue line. He looks to have eaten a high stick. I don't know what the reaction there was, but it'll be played ahead off the boards, and now Derek Ryan trying to swim around big Nikita Zadorov. He can't do it. Trevor Lewis there to meet it, and Nugent Hopkins out there to play it with Ryan McLeod. Nuge will come out of the corner, and he will fire the shot. Big time shot there from Nugent Hopkins to force that one through, but Jacob Markstrom the denial. We'll have a stoppage in play with 11:57 to go here in this first period. There we go. Finally, the Oilers get a chance to take it to the net. And what a pass there from McLeod to find Nugent Hopkins, who does not miss the opportunity to shoot that puck. Obviously, Nuge has had some pretty big goals over the past year on Jacob Markstrom, and he takes it to the net right there and drives it right into the kind of midsection of him, but can't solve him through the 5-hole up there, and we'll have a face-off to Markstrom's left as it goes off the Flames face-off draw in their own zone, transitions into the Oilers' end. Evan Bouchard, this game is passing by quickly, my friends. It's 11:47 to go here in this first period. The Oilers transition back the other way. It's coming all the way to the near side boards, where Zach Hyman's able to come up with his puck. He's battling there against Elias Lindholm and a couple other Flames. Dylan Dubé in the mix as well. As the Flames get it ahead, Evan Bouchard steals it back quickly, and the Oilers get it back at the Flames' blue line. Though pinned there is Connor McDavid. Zach Hyman in there to try and take this one off the boards, and it squirts free to Evan Bouchard, who will just skate it back, get it to an on-looking Zach Hyman going down the wing, and he's going to try drive to the net. And there we go. Finally, the Oilers are trying to drive the puck to the net. There's a play down low as it comes all the way to the near side for McDavid, and this line suddenly cooking, but McDavid loses the handle just as Draisaitl did without tripping and ends up going down. Huberdeau fires the shot, glove save, Stuart Skinner. I was a little worried that one was going to get through, as soon as it looked like Huberdeau was going to shoot that one, but it was a good save there. And of course now they're going to show the highlights from October 15th of Unfortunately, Jack Campbell getting absolutely lit up by the Flames, and that was one of those tough things where, they just made the plays that needed to happen early in that game, and Jack Campbell sunk the Oilers, and that was really the first time that we watched Stuart Skinner really come out of his shell this season. Off the draw, the Flames are going to fire the shot. Goes back to the near side of the net, and short side couldn't solve Stuart Skinner. Another shot from the blue line goes wide of the net, and now a chance here for Janmark to tip it down into the neutral zone. It escapes the Flame at the blue line, and now this one played ahead to Costin, and Costin's offside on that play, so he will have to regroup as the Flames have the puck in their own end. Flames go D to D and are able to escape their end after the Oilers pressure and get it across the Oilers blue line. The shot save Skinner. And man, you know what? Good thing Skinner's on it today, because honestly for Skinner, he hasn't really had much support in terms of the Oilers putting up shots and playing it in the offensive zone and driving the pace of play. Obviously they've had zone time, but the problem is they haven't been driving the pace of play yet, and that's where we'll have to see what ends up happening as this period goes along. Jeremy, good evening from, Alberta, as you're all the way down there in Florida, tuning in once again. Thank you for that. As we will head into the later stages of this first period, 10:20 to go. The Oilers turn it over, high zone, but a nice turnover there again by Draisaitl, an elite stick play there to come up with that puck. And now back the other way, coming in on the attack, Markus Niemelainen fires the shot on Markstrom. You like to see it. There we go. The Oilers suddenly in the past 3-4 minutes starting to figure out that shooting mentality. Yeah, they haven't really tested Markstrom per se, but they've gotten some more shots on him, now up to 3 on the game, and hopefully they just start pouring it on here late in this first period. Markstrom 3-1-2 in his last 6 starts, .259 goals against average, and a .903 save percentage. So you got to think what that's done for his numbers this season. They weren't that great early on, and now hopefully for him he's figuring them out, because it's a tough go when you got a starting goaltender struggling, as the Oilers know all too well. Tyson Barrie in his own zone cuts around and on looking for Checker, and now a chance for Draisaitl again as he's tripped himself up. And I don't know if that was offside or what, but Brett Kulak's able to bring it back to Tyson Barrie, who looked to shrug like he was looking for the whistle on that play. This one tipped into the offensive zone for the Oilers. Back to play it, Noah Hanifin. The Oilers will try this one here, and Warren Fogel's eliminated from the play. So now Evan Bouchard switches with Tyson Barrie. Nice comeback from Yamamoto will allow Fogel to retrieve the puck and fire it back into the neutral onto the stick of Mackenzie Weegar at his own blue line as he skates it ahead and gets it over to Michael Backlund, who goes to the far wing. Niemelainen, though, meets it there with his stick, and it gets up to Ryan McLeod, who leaves it there for Dylan Holloway. McLeod and Holloway, 2 Bakersfield Condors prospects that have graduated up to the Oilers over the past couple years, and both players, big-time role players on that Oilers fourth line. And another shot there from the side as Holloway fires it into the glove of Markstrom, pretty much off the goal line. That was a beauty, just waiting there for it. This one right here, Zach Hyman is having a hug up with Toffoli at the bench. That could have been interference twice over. My friends, we have just gone to commercial break, so in lieu of a commercial, because I see there's 40 of you now joining in with me, I'd like to appeal to you to say if you've enjoyed the live stream commentary or you plan on sticking around for more Oilers broadcasts here on Dollar TV, I'd love to have you along for the journey. And of course, we are just about to 10,000 subscribers now, just 285 shy or something like that, sitting up here at about 97.15 before we hit the go live button. So if you'd be so kind to consider hitting that subscribe button, that would be greatly appreciated as we get through the start of this live stream. The game going off pretty well so far for the Calgary Flames. Obviously the Oilers not having the best luck to start, but not being down 4-0 to start the first period is probably a big time get for the Oilers in the Scotiabank Saddledome, so we won't worry too much about things as of yet until the Oilers start getting down, because there's plenty of time to start getting up if you're the Edmonton Oilers when you're not having the best go of it to start a hockey game. And by that, friends, we're also up to 14.2 hours watched on the stream, so we are rocking and rolling tonight, not having too bad of a time. Obviously trying to hit 50 hours watched and already not even done the first period, and we're at 14 hours can't mind that at all, as we are just pacing along beautifully this evening here on Dolany TV. So we're getting to where we're at. As where are we? Nothing much here. And Zach Hyman is on. Oh wow! Hey, Zach Hyman's getting talked about on the Flames broadcast. We said how it's all about Connor McDavid all the time, and now somebody in the comments section here in the chat actually mentioned, well, we got Zach Hyman too, and first guy they mentioned on the broadcast ends up sitting here saying Zach Hyman's a hard worker, and that's a pretty nice little compliment from the Flames broadcast, and I think Flames fans will appreciate hearing about somebody not named Connor McDavid. It's an icing call against the Flames after a controlled win face-off, and Hyman out there, 17 points in his last 13 games. You got to remember, he had a ton of assists before he piled up those 6 goals. Justin, welcome into the live stream as well. Thank you for being along for the ride tonight. Zach Hyman ready to take another offensive zone face-off. Season shots, Zach Hyman's up to 134 shots in 35-ish games. That's not a bad situation at all for the Oilers. Zach Hyman shooting the puck as much as he has. As here comes Jesse Puljujarvi charging into the corner, trying to turn over a puck. Tyson Barrie pinches down low. Connor McDavid back on defense will go to the far side wing. The Oilers again. Brett Kulak pinches that time and tries to generate something different here for the Oilers. This one bounces up off the glass, and I think that one would be offside if they review it. So for the Oilers, just get a face-off. However, Mangiapane works it ahead instead, and it will be worked there by Skinner. Nice play onto the tape of Hyman, who gets it on to McDavid. McDavid rushing in. He's going to try and brush it off to Puljujarvi. Can't do it. Barrie pivots, and just about missed it there. As the Oilers will see the Flames transition back the other way. Ruzicka again will look to shoot this puck. He's looking to try and do something here against Ceci, but instead he's stapled into the corner, and now a chance for Rasmus Andersson. He does keep it in. It goes down low to Trevor Lewis. Lewis working in the near side corner at the Pizza 73 sign. Trying to do something with this puck. Niemelainen looking to free it up now for the Oilers. There's 2 Oilers, 2 Flames in there. Nugent Hopkins, third man in for the Oilers, able to get it in and get it on out of the pile. And here comes Nuge the other way. Nuge coming through the middle of the ice. Looking to bat this puck. He does into the near side corner. Goes around the boards, and a chance here for the Flames to regain possession after the Oilers attack kind of peels off a little bit, and the Flames back in the middle, and they are going to be whistled for too many men, as a man took a little time to get off the ice, and that will be an Edmonton Oilers power play. Too many men, 6 of them on the ice, my friends. Even I saw that one. As soon as you see the whistle and you see a guy humping onto the bench for dear life, you know exactly what's happening here. So an unforced error by the Calgary Flames, and the Edmonton Oilers will head to the power play with 7:13 to go here in this first period. 2 minutes to go, and obviously Jay Woodcroft sipping on the water, same as me tonight. He's just trying to stay hydrated for what's going to be a pulsating power play, hopefully, for the Oilers. Stole that one from Jack, by the way. Too many men penalty to the Flames. The Flames, though, win the face-off, clear it down the ice. Stuart Skinner has to come out and play it. He will leave it there for the defenseman Tyson Barrie, who is on power play number 1 tonight. We'll probably see Evan Bouchard spell off around the 1 minute mark, but Zach Hyman down the right wing here in the offensive zone. Back ahead to Tyson Barrie. Barrie will go on down now to Leon Draisaitl, who's setting up in that one-time position. He'll skate to the middle now as Nugent Hopkins looks to Connor McDavid. Shot from Barrie comes in front, battled in front, and cleared out by the Flames last second as McDavid, near side point, regains the puck, cleared after McDavid loses the handle and fired down the length of the ice. All right. So Tyson Barrie will work it here. He'll turn it back to Leon Draisaitl, who will play this puck ahead, dump it back down to Connor McDavid, who comes through the neutral with speed. He gets into the middle. Turned back there for a brief second, though. Now Nugent Hopkins leaves it along the near side, or far side board, sorry. 0 for 3 against Vancouver was the power play on Friday. That could have been a definite turning point in that one for the Oilers had they gotten it done. Tyson Barrie wraps it around the zone right to Leon Draisaitl. High point, and he'll go down to the middle to McDavid. McDavid looking to pass that one off, and again, prime example of just shoot the puck. McDavid had a prime shooting real estate and chose to pass it off, and then the Flames player absolutely scrambles, and I think that's a glove pass, but Mangiapane coming back the other way in on net, and Stuart Skinner almost overplayed that puck, and the Oilers' second unit comes out on the ice, and this has been a heck of a power play where it just, again, goes to show the Oilers, you know what, they score a lot of power play goals, but a lot of the time they don't look like they know what they're doing. And that's just prime example right there, as McDavid had a great chance to scramble it up in front with a shot, instead passed it off, and then the Oilers ice it with 6 seconds to go on the power play with the second unit on. And I think there should be a lot of anger towards the linesman for that hand pass there. And look at that shot there from Barrie, gets it through, bounces in front, Hyman's not able to get it going, and this is the one that I think they're talking about it being the hand pass. As this one comes off the boards. Nope, they're not going to talk about anything there for a hand pass. Never mind. As it's cleared out, and of course the power play over for the Edmonton Oilers. Calgary Yamamoto though looking to turn over a puck in the offensive zone after getting out there for that power play shift. Evan Bouchard gets the job done though, and there's Evan Bouchard, takes his time to take the shot. And, well, instead of getting it blocked, he turns it over to the Flames. And this has been one of those things. The Flames active on pressuring the Oilers here in this first period. And it's worked out pretty well for him so far. Zadorov fires a shot, saved by Skinner. The net crashes. And Huberdeau's in on the attack. Mullen into Skinner. And we will have a whistle with the net off. Took a while enough. This one back as Mangiapane comes in on the attack. Skirts it just wide. Would have had Skinner beat wide, but luckily for them, nothing there. As friends, we are absolutely roasting along here to begin this live stream. Did not expect to see this kind of traction here on the stream today, but yeah, you know what? We'll take it. As I said, I just need to hit a couple of numbers here on the stream and we should be good to go tonight. And so far, so good, as we're up to 420 views on the stream, and it looks like my live stream might have just frozen up a little bit, so see if we can't try and drag this one live again a little bit here. There we go. Drag it live and we're good to go. So my friends, with that, we'll take a chance to check the watch time, as I know I made mention of that earlier, as we will be at 2.7 minutes watched per view times 420 divided by 60 gives us 18.9 hours watched on the stream so far, which equals out pretty well to a pretty good start for the live stream so far. Again, friends, if you're enjoying the commentary so far, if you'd be so kind to consider leaving a like on the stream. I know that's something I don't ask for as often as I should anymore, but as it is right now, if you could leave a like on the stream, that would definitely help things get a little bit more traction, I think. We're at 16 right now. I'm sure if we could finish off this first period with about 20, that could get us going somewhere here in this second period. I know we've got 35 people along for the ride tonight, and that's obviously quite impressive on a Tuesday night stream. I'm usually lucky if we are in the 20s, so to be at 35 so far, I'm not minding that at all, as we're crushing along a Tuesday night stream between the Flames and Oilers this evening. And obviously too, Jack Michaels on the airwaves with the 6:30 Ched tonight. So if you want to really listen to the good commentary, it's on 6:30 Ched tonight. And fewest games to 30 goals since 1997-98. Lemieux, Bure, and Ovechkin all did it in 34, and Connor McDavid did it in 35 last game out. Obviously, Yager in there too, having done it in 35 a season once upon a time ago. 4:42 to go. Ryan McLeod draws in for this face-off against Nazem Kadri, and McLeod wins it back for the Oilers, so that's a positive fact. Is the Oilers are only 49 point some odd percent on the face-off dot this year, and that's something where they got to really improve. I mean, a couple games above 56% would really start changing that number positively for the Oilers, but to do that, you got to actually win face-off draws within each game, and that's something the Oilers have struggled mightily with. There's no icing call here against Calgary, and that confuses both Skinner and Ceci, as the Oilers kind of loosely get back into the zone and the Flames come down heavy on them, and they're going to work it down deep. Here's Lucic in behind the net, and of course this would be kind of the game that Lucic plays hero or something, and Lucic looking to wind a shot into the pads of Skinner, denied there, and the Oilers will transition back out. Here's Fogle hitting McLeod in the center of the ice. Shoot that puck. Thank you, McLeod. Denied, though, by Markstrom, and 3:49 to go here in this first period. Chipped ahead by the Flames on the transition back the other way. We just got to have the Oilers do something here where they can maybe get some more shots on net. Only 5. The Flames only have 7 though. Remember, it looked bleak earlier, and the Flames only have 7 or 8 this period so far now. As Janmark will turn it back the other way to Kostin. Kostin trying to battle through the middle, but again, 3 Flames support 1 Oilers player back the other way and able to stop off an on-rushing attack there by Kostin. But now Kostin again coming back. It's still 4-on-2 against the Oilers that time. And it will be back the other way into CC's possession in the defensive zone. CC under duress there from Tyler to Foley. He'll backhand it up the boards to Kostin, who battles his man, and the Oilers chip it off the end boards. Back into Kostin's possession off the pass there from Nugent Hopkins. And now Darnell Nurse has to guard the front of the net as Nuge goes down low to support. Back to the point to Foley. Hanifin looking for the deflection in front. Couldn't get it on net, so Rasmus Andersson wraps it around the boards, and it'll go down low to Elias Lindholm. Shot fired, blocked in front. Flames all over the Oilers here as they wrap it around the net again one more time. Here's to Foley, slot shot. Blocked there by Kostin, who's hobbled up by that one. He is hurting. That was a big boy block there from Klim Kostin, who needed that one, and he's been out there for 1:24. So he's gassed too, and it looks like the Oilers will have... Indeed, no. Darnell Nurse jumps all the way up into the play to negate icing. My goodness, come on. Let's go. That's a big-time get for the Oilers. Darnell Nurse steps up and makes a play when they needed it most, and then a good deflection back the other way. Disrupting the entry was Puljujarvi. He tips it off the boards, and now Connor McDavid loading up. Connor McDavid going in on the attack. He's looking to try and get this one going. McDavid turning through the zone. He's going to turn it back to Bouchard, who turns it immediately over to Jonathan Huberdeau, but Connor McDavid says and Mackenzie Weegar comes back the other way on the attack. Milan Lucic fires the shot, but it's denied there by McDavid, and now, well, Evan Bouchard turned the puck over moments ago, is going to feed it in. Yes, Puljujarvi, dead center of the ice, denied by a Jacob Markstrom's glove. I mean, that was a grade A shot, and yes, a Puljujarvi gets robbed by the glove of Jacob Markstrom. I cannot believe that one. That was a perfect feed from Connor McDavid that does not look like it should have gotten through. And what an absolute glove save there from Jacob Markstrom. Jacob Markstrom in the playoffs would not have made that save. Instead, he's able to glove it through his own player and make that play. And here's that one shot there from Lucic, the wrap shot that deflected off of somebody, and then this chance here for Ryan McLeod over to Warren Foegele, but Zadorov cut it off. And that's been the theme of this game so far. Both teams engaged in a 7-shot affair each, and they're doing so far so good. Now all of a sudden that's offside, and the Flames try to transition back quickly. Blake Coleman over to Rasmus Andersson. He's tangled up. Andersson gets the shot away, however, and the Oilers deny it there, and Kulak clears out to Draisaitl. To Foegele, who carries through the middle, and here's Yamamoto now dumping off to Draisaitl, cutting into the near side corner. The wing now position for Draisaitl as he'll go dumping it off to Yamamoto, who fires a shot. There we go. Suddenly the Oilers have decided to start shooting pucks, and another shot towards the net. And here's, how about this, Tyson Barrie chest shot on Jacob Markstrom, and now you can't even keep up with how many shots the Oilers are putting on net. Game on, I guess. Out of nowhere, the Edmonton Oilers suddenly to start firing shots on net, and they're just shooting from all angles now. I don't know if the messaging on the bench changed or what, but just absolutely fantastic peppering Jacob Markstrom here late in this period. You think about it, 4 minutes in, the shots were 4-1 Calgary, and now since then, the shots now 9-8 for the Oilers, so 8-4 for the Oilers in the back half of this period. Don't mind me at all, as this one won by the fourth line of the Oilers, tipped down deep, but Zadorov, the big reach, able to come up with that puck. Pressuring is McLeod. Zadorov clears it out, but it hits a player on the bench, and we'll have a whistle with 42.7 seconds to go here in this first period. It's been a quick first period is what I was saying, and that's not a bad thing when you're in the broadcasting business. And man, Jay Woodcroft absolutely sitting here observing what's happening with his team. All of a sudden here in this late half of this period, the Flames kind of getting turned around after that start by the Oilers. And here's now Ryan McLeod out there with Connor McDavid. No Dylan Holloway on this fourth line, as Derek Ryan on the shift, taking it with McDavid as well. Dumped into the zone, and this one will be worked on deep, as this will be played out of the Oilers zone, back down into the Flames end. Chris Tanev meets it there. Ryan McLeod out to play it, and here's Connor McDavid still out there. Derek Ryan fires the shot, and it deflects up and out of play. So, again, still the Oilers firing shots. The Flames now credited with 9 shots as well. Here with 10.6 seconds to go in this first period of play, my friends. We're just about done, but this one all of a sudden started ratcheting up here with the Oilers deciding to shoot the puck and make it interesting. That is for sure. And we'll see if they can continue to create that interesting point to this game, as this one's going to be fired down deep again. Can't get it on net, can the Oilers, and that should pretty much do it here, but we'll have a nice and call with 1 second on the clock, which tells me, hey, finish my water and let's finish this period, take a break, and I'll be right back kind of deal. But friends, welcome to Dolany TV. If you've been hanging out for this first period, I really appreciate you being along for the ride. If you want to hang out for the rest of the ride, definitely consider sticking around. Connor McDavid currently 0 for 6 in the face-off draw tonight. The shot missed there from Darnell Nurse, who's sticking up Tyler Toffoli. He'll be told to head to the dressing room. And my friends, with time expired in the first period over, a scoreless tie between Jacob Markstrom and Stuart Skinner, we'll have a stoppage for the next 18 minutes. I'm going to take a 5-minute break to run upstairs, take a bathroom break, grab a granola bar, and grab some more water, and we'll get back to Oilers Flames action in a matter of moments. If you're new to the channel, what I want you to consider doing right now is hitting that subscribe button. And while I'm away, I'm currently less than 300 subscribers away from 10,000, so it'd be greatly appreciated to have you on this crazy, wonderful journey that I've been on for the past little while. And that said, I'll catch you in a few minutes. That, my friends, is how you do the quick change. That's all I got to say there, is just quickly get upstairs and... Nope, don't blink the scoreboard. There we go. We're good to go here, as we should be rocking and rolling for this first period intermission now on, of course, this Flames broadcast tonight, and obviously 2 for the Oilers. A not so productive, not so bad first period, I guess you could say, as the only real action in that first period was a too-many-men penalty served by Milan Lucic of the Calgary Flames that resulted in nothing for the Oilers. Really, the biggest discrepancy in this hockey game so far after 1 period of play is the Flames winning 14 face-offs to the Oilers 9, so 14 out of 23. What kind of face-off percentage is that? Give me a second here. I can calculate that if I go for it. Give me a sec. 14 divided by 23. That is a 61% face-off percentage for the Calgary Flames. And as well for the Flames, they have a pretty good takeaway margin, currently with 66% of the takeaways in this hockey game. The giveaways dead even. The Oilers, though, the block shots definitely discrepancy in their favor. 8-1 the block shots for the Edmonton Oilers, and that just goes to show you that the Calgary Flames attack was there quite heavily early on in that first period and throughout that first period, as the Flames never really stopped pressuring the Oilers. It's just the Oilers chose to finally wake up and start making plays. Sandeep, who do I think will win? I'm thinking the Oilers, just because, you know what, a slow start that doesn't burn them, that should get them excited to go out there and get things going here in this second period, I think would be the thing. That'd be kind of my idea. And as well, just knowing that the Oilers haven't had the best share of everything yet, it's when they start getting their best share, it's will Jacob Markstrom start allowing pucks in the net? That'll be the question. And yeah, that's where we find ourselves. And Everett, I think everybody and their dog is complaining about Evan Bouchard of the past 10 games because, well, we need somebody to blame on the Oilers defense, and if it's not going to be Darnell Nurse, it's going to be Evan Bouchard. And this is what I'm going to say. I don't think Evan Bouchard's played 300 NHL games yet. Get back to me when Evan Bouchard's played 300 NHL games, and we'll start talking about what kind of defenseman he is and if he's terrible or good at D. And to your point about the Oilers needing to hit more, here's my fear about the Oilers hitting more. If you want the Oilers to hit more, that means they're going to chase more, and that means they're going to give up more chances against than they should because they're trying to chase for the hits. That's really only my take on that. And secondary to that, if you want the hits after the first period of play, 8-6 the hits for the Calgary Flames, so it's not like the Oilers are getting run around out there in the hit department by any means. So as we're currently waiting for this one to get going, and what I find interesting here tonight is a lot of people have their score predictions in the chat, but also throwing in the shot predictions. That's something that's never really happened here on Dolany TV. Not too many people sit here and predict the shots after the end of the game, but I guess we'll see what rings true here at the end of the game. And you got to think too here. Everybody's talking about the Flames being in the playoff spot and stuff. The Flames have 2 less wins than the Edmonton Oilers this season. The Oilers currently sitting at 18. The Flames currently sitting at 16. The only problem the Oilers have had is kind of keeping games close and losing in overtime, I guess is what you could say. Epiphany, of course, your chat for some reason does not come up. But friends, good evening. Welcome to Dolany TV. Sorry, I just keep seeing the numbers keep creeping up here. Now up over 50 folks in the stream for the first time tonight. Welcome aboard. This is Dolany TV. I'm Tyson. Great pleasure to have you along for tonight's Battle of Alberta as we get set for the second period, right? There's not much to talk about that first period, unfortunately. That's kind of where we're sitting after one period of play. And Milan Lucic now interview with Ryan Leslie. And of course, if you walk around, the Scotiabank Saddledome, it's not too hard to find Ryan Leslie's opening broadcast position at the start of every game. You just have to walk around the concourse one little walk at a time, and you find his little spot, wave to him as you walk by, and away you go to your seats kind of deal on that first level in the Scotiabank Saddledome. But I don't really think I've got much more to add other than that. It's kind of going to be one of those easy-going, quiet first period intermissions where nothing to really be upset about, nothing really to be happy with as an Edmonton Oilers fan, and just kind of indifferent to how it went and hoping it goes better here in the second period. That's the beauty of it, right? The Oilers don't really have much to complain about after one period of play, but hopefully a little bit more to celebrate after 2 periods of play, my friends. I'm just going to take a second. Looks like somebody here might have just followed me on Twitter. Appreciate that. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at any time at Dolany TV. So nothing different here than you can say about follow me on YouTube, I guess. And big thing here for both goaltenders, now credited with 9 shots against and 9 saves. So both goaltenders goaltending well to begin the first period. Looks like nothing's really... Oh, the Flames now credited officially with 10 shots on net. So Stuart Skinner, even if he lets in the next goal with an above 900 save percentage, which you know is a big thing for Oilers goaltending. Usually if Oilers goaltending gets above 900 save percentage in a hockey game, they tend to win those hockey games. Just logicking it out here for you. And as we get going, I'm just going to kind of tell you who's got the shot share for the Edmonton Oilers here after one period of play. It looks like Dylan Holloway played 2 minutes and 46 seconds, the least out of any Oilers. So I'd be interested to see if something's going on with Dylan Holloway, because obviously we saw Connor McDavid take a shift with Ryan McLeod and Derek Ryan. I really didn't see anything that indicates he should be benched or anything, so that will be interesting to see. And it doesn't really look like Dylan Holloway had a giveaway or anything that really generates anything. He did have a hit, so unless he stirred something loose on that hit, kind of like I did with my right shoulder, who knows. But yeah, for the Oilers, it doesn't look like anyone in particular was shooting the puck a ton. Looks like the Oilers have a ton of players with shots, but Tyson Barrie, the only player with 2 or more shots for the Edmonton Oilers this first period, and obviously that's Tyson Barrie with exactly 2 shots in that first period. Yeah, that's where we find ourselves right now. Not much to really gather from that first period, and that's not a bad thing, right? I think given how the first period went to open up the Battle of Alberta for this regular season, for the Oilers to be tied 0-0 with the Flames in a period where you might have deserved a worse fate because you just really didn't have your best hockey in that first 10 minutes. I think Oilers fans and the Oilers coaching staff in general is going to take that as a big-time victory overall. So, friends, if you'd be so kind, let me know how you're enjoying the stream so far. I know we're up to 19 likes right now. If there's some of you that are enjoying the commentary or have something to add, just let me know. And, of course, if you could leave a like on the stream, I think that's definitely been a big key part of us dipping up here to 46 viewers now live on the stream. And with that, I'm just going to take a second to double check the watch time, because it looks like we are absolutely starting to pace along here. Now up at 3-minute average view duration. Am I reading that right? That's crazy. And we're at 33.1 hours watched on the stream after the first period and first intermission. So that's, if you know anything about Dolany TV, that's some pretty serious numbers to be talking about for a live stream here on the channel. So we're not going to mind that at all. And again, friends, I guess the big thing that I got to worry about here is just on terms of housekeeping notes, that reverse retro jersey. If you didn't follow me while I was up in Edmonton, what I tried to do was go get that fixed up. Sorry, I'll creep into the frame and I'll go to the other side. You see why I didn't work out in actual broadcasting? I'm terrible at following my own directions. But I tried to go to Kingsway Mall, tried to go to the Jersey City. Unfortunately, they don't do the plating for the reverse retros there, so I was unable to get my James Hamlin jersey done. That really sucked. Not their fault, though, so we'll have to try and get that one into Pro Hockey Life here in the next little bit and see what we can't do to get, obviously, that plated up with James Hamlin. Secondary to that, the next thing that needs replacing is that middle Oilers Reebok jersey. That's obviously the old school 16-17 jersey. We need to change that one up and get the new school orange and blue up there on the wall. And that's really all it stands right now. And obviously probably get an orange and blue Nugent Hopkins. I've worn an orange and blue Nugent Hopkins, but that was that October 15th game against the Flames that really did not go well at all. That was a disaster. It was a great potluck over at my friend's house, but it was not a good time whatsoever for the Edmonton Oilers or Oilers fans or anyone in that house. Flames fans were having a lot of fun with us, but unfortunately the Oilers falling short on that one was tough. And so Jacob Markstrom, before and after December 1st, goals saved above expected, minus 0.57 before, plus 0.4 after. Save percentage was .910 now over the past since December 1st. Slot save percentage is .839 and a big improvement over .784. So the advanced analytics coming out on the Flames broadcast tonight, but it's a big time get when you get Jacob Markstrom playing back to the hockey that he is capable of playing. And obviously that's a factor in this one, right? Is we've seen Jacob Markstrom kind of hit away in that first few games from the Oilers. And now for Connor McDavid, here's the thing. He's on pace for 155 points in 82 games if he gets it done. So, of course, here's the Flames broadcast talking about Connor McDavid. I told you about this pre-game is that Oilers Flames fans get pretty upset about having to listen all about Connor McDavid all the time, but that's just the tough nature of it, right? I think it's not necessarily a directive from the Flames broadcasters as opposed to the Flames broadcast managers, if you know what I mean. It's a directive to give them what they need to know, and Connor McDavid's all they need to know, I guess. That's kind of the tough part for me, is I think Flames fans would love to know a little bit more about the Oilers other than Connor McDavid, and there was something there to be said about seeing Zach Hyman's name mentioned first break in this game. My friend Nut, loving it. Hope you're having a good day, as I think you just tuned in for the first time into the chat there. And Jeff, you're stuck at work. Definitely appreciate all your live stream. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you hanging out with us here in the live stream, even from work. That's the crazy part, right? Is I know folks tuning in from work, tuning in on the road, tuning in wherever. It's makes a guy feel special that you choose me to be your guide in this Oilers journey every single time, as opposed to, obviously, like I said, Jack Michaels is on 6:30 Ched tonight. Again, if I'm ever going to steer you guys away from listening to me on a Tuesday night, that's going to be when. Jack Michaels on 6:30 Ched, right? Obviously, we appreciate him on our television sets, but when we can get him on the radio, that's a special moment. And Flipperdo, who's tuning in the chat right now, currently watching the live stream from the Scotiabank Saddle Dome, engaged in that 0-0 dead not tie live in the building tonight, and that's exciting, obviously, because I think Battle of Alberta, I mean, I've never been to a Battle of Alberta at Rogers Place that's really meant anything. However, I think I've been to a couple that have really meant stuff in the Scotiabank Saddle Dome, and honestly, it is a blast at the Scotiabank Saddle Dome for the Battle of Alberta. My best advice, though, is thankfully, thanks to great relationships I've built on YouTube, I have this Bakersfield Condors jersey. That is the best jersey to wear to the Scotiabank Saddle Dome for a Battle of Alberta. I don't know if it will be this year now because of obviously the situation with the Calgary Wranglers being there and the Bakersfield Condors actually coming to Calgary this year. But it's one of those things where I think a lot of Flames fans, oh, hey, wait, that's an Oilers jersey. No, it's not. It's a Condors jersey. That's cool, dude. How'd you get that? That's amazing. And then they really appreciate that. But that's where we find ourselves right now, my friends. We're just trying to fill time. This has been the longest intermission I've had in a while, trying to fill time. We're on a commercial break, so I guess I should probably hit one of these for you and see what we can do to check the phone before we get going. Robbed, absolutely. And what do we got going on here? Is there anything going? Nothing really to mention there, so we should be good to go, my friends. We don't have anything that we're missing. We'll check the stats one more time. Shouldn't be much to really glean from those again at the end of this period. Now the Oilers power play, obviously 0 for 1 is a big thing to take away after that first period of play. And the Oilers in the face-off dot, here's the problem. Connor McDavid 0 for 6, Dylan Holloway 0 for 1, Leon Draisaitl 50-50. Ryan McLeod 667, but he's only taken 3 draws, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins only taking 4 draws is 75%. And then Derek Ryan 0 for 1 in the face-off dot. Whereas the Flames, so far, they've had themselves a pretty good start to this hockey game in the face-off department. If I just scroll down here. Why can't I seem to get it going here? What's going on? You go to the face-off draws. Michael Backlund cleaning up 6-0. Kadri's 1-4. Lindholm's 3-3. Lucic 1 for 1, I guess you could say, 100%. Now Mruzicka 3 for 5, so he's operating at 60%. That equals out to the Flames being that 61% so far on the draws tonight. So for the Oilers, they'd like to probably step up and start winning some draws here in key situations, and obviously start winning draws all over the ice and maybe start changing the momentum of this hockey game. All right. We are closing in on hopefully this first period starting. I feel like I may have somehow screwed up and started watching another channel. I don't know. It's straight up I don't understand here, as it's taken a long time to get to this second period, as it's now 8 o'clock, right? We started around 7:15, so it's not like we're that far delayed. We played a full period of hockey in the span of 45 minutes, and now we've been on intermission as long as we have. But for some reason, it feels like we've been a long time away, and that's just the Battle of Alberta for you, right? That's generally how it works out, is when the Battle of Alberta is raging on at Scotiabank Saddle Dome, all you want to do is watch the game. You don't want to worry about anything else, and that's kind of where we find ourselves tonight. just get me going back to the game. As Jacob Markstrom draws into the Flames net, and now obviously the sides are switched. The Flames will go left to right, and the Oilers will go right to left on your screen or in your heads, whatever you need to navigate. As Nurse will fire it into the Flames end. Markstrom gets it down deep to Tanev. The Oilers come out trying to blast this one into the Flames zone in possession. They can't do it on the forecheck, and now the Flames back the other way, fire the shot, deflects off of Skinner and far to the near side boards. Coming into the corner there, Nugent Hopkins battles it high. Janmark tips it down. It'll trail all the way into the Flames' end and be an icing call against Calgary. So 19:34 to go in this second period. We'll have our second face-off of the period. The Oilers won the first one. Good start, but now you got to win this one on the deep icing call, as your Oilers' first few players might be a little bit tired. And here's Weegar coming through that puck, and I don't know what they were showing there, but I guess they were showing the tangle up between Nurse and Lucic, as the Oilers thought they might have won that draw, cleared the zone, but instead the Flames regained possession at the blue line, fired on down deep. They're going to work it there to Backlund, who's been having, again, a game against the Oilers, perfect in the face-off dot so far, as Darnell Nurse wins that battle against Backlund, gets it to Nuge. Nuge drawing in against Backlund now, and Backlund able to win that one this time. As Mangiapane plays the puck off the pass, he'll get it down to Anderson near side corner. Now back up to Mangiapane around behind the net to the far side corner, back to the far side blue line. And now Rasmus Anderson skating high point. Anderson will dump it on deep and try to play it in front. Nice tip play there by the Oilers. Another save, and that is a bouncing puck that finds Michael Backlund's stick. And what do I tell you? Michael Backlund having a good game against the Edmonton Oilers. He scores and puts the Calgary Flames up with 18:48 to go here in this second period. Now, if that's all that's going to hurt you tonight is Michael Backlund, we should be fine. But again, that's one of those things. Both Oilers defensemen, Darnell Nurse holding sway on his side of the ice, and Cody Ceci chasing a man that he shouldn't be chasing, and it goes back of the net on the Oilers as Cody Ceci gets all kinds of turned around. He's way off his side, and Michael Backlund comes to the rescue for the Calgary Flames at home, scoring the 1-0 goal. Now, my thoughts will be here. How quickly will the Oilers respond if they do respond? As this puck goes sky high in the neutral zone. Clubbed down there by Yamamoto. Yamamoto carries across the blue line. He's going to tip it off to Tyson Barrie, who fires the shot. Blocked there by Jacob Markstrom with the blocker. And now fighting off a check is Kulak, getting it back to the point to Yamamoto. Barrie fires another shot, looking down low for the deflection. Fogle tries to tip that side of the net, can't. And now Fogle carries around behind the net. He's being harassed there and tries to leave it off for Barrie. Barrie gets it to Draisaitl, and here's the Oilers' second line pressuring. But Draisaitl sees Barrie flip up on the pass, and it gets chipped up out of the zone. And Barrie retreats back into his own end to carry that puck back up to Kulak, who busts out of the Oilers' end. Tips it ahead to Fogle, who just chips it in on down to Markstrom. And the Flames will regain possession. Michael Stone plays it ahead. Played there by Huberdeau. Now Kadri across, fires the shot, blocked in front by an Oiler. And the Oilers again gain possession. Bouchard almost turns it over, but a nice astute stick play there by his defense partner, Markus Niemelainen, able to keep it away from Flames' possession in front of the net. The Oilers 8-10-1 record when allowing the first goal, so not as bad as you think it might be so far for the Oilers. Pretty much a 50-50 chance to get a point in this one should the Oilers be able to score a goal. Chance, shot, save there by Kadri, and that is a good-looking one-timer, but Skinner sees the flipped-up puck, makes the save. And this one all of a sudden turned on a dime, but that one a bounce off the end boards that comes right to Fogle, and he just flips up on it. That's about 3 pucks that the Oilers have flipped up on in the past 2 minutes that have just cost them possession. And that's actually a deflected shot by Niemelainen that's glove saved by Stuart Skinner on that shot by Kadri. So with 17:22 to go, the shot's 12-10 for the Oilers over the Flames, and now we'll have a face-off draw redone here, as hopefully not one of those sequences that we see in the World Juniors all the time where they try to drop the puck 3 or 4 different times and never succeed in doing such. Dylan Holloway back on the ice for the Oilers, so good to see him out there. He only played 2:46 to begin that first period, and now kicked ahead by Bouchard back in to to possession for the Oilers, so a face-off win there for Ryan McLeod. And now Derek Ryan's going to chip it ahead through the middle to, oh my goodness, I thought Dylan Holloway was going to have a chance on Jacob Markstrom. Flames, though, turn it back as Holloway was erased, and now back into the offensive zone for the Flames as Niemelainen able to erase Brett Ritchie from getting contact with that puck as it trickled into the near side corner. Now tied up there by Trevor Lewis. Brett Ritchie comes up with it. Ritchie reverses on the backhand, hits Skinner somewhere in the midsection. It bounces into the corner, and a chance now for the Oilers to clear the zone. They do. Derek Ryan tries to get it down. He uses the man to bat it all the way down without taking an icing call. Holloway a punishing hit along the boards. But it's into possession now by Nurse in the near side corner in the Oilers zone. Shot fired all the way up high. Now Holloway comes out to play it. Holloway trying to turn this puck over. He does, but he doesn't get it onto the tape of any other Oiler until, well, Connor McDavid able to play that puck. Puljujärvi comes to play it, and he's erased from the play. And the Flames will start out to Foley back the other way. Lindholm fires it on deep into the Oilers' end. Ceci after a line change coming up. It's actually an offside against the Calgary Flames as the Oilers regain possession and move it ahead. Puljujärvi fires it on, but right onto the Flames stick, and now Hyman harassing to Foley. That's got to be a hook, but it's not. And this one's going to be worked there by Puljujärvi. No, now by Ceci. So no penalty indeed as the Oilers have possession. This one a turnover by Ceci almost, but a nice play there by Nurse to play it ahead. And here's the thing, Nurse has had a solid game so far, in my opinion. Honestly, when you think about the Battle of Alberta and how badly it could go sideways with a guy like Darnell Nurse on the ice, the mistakes he's made recently, so far so good for Darnell Nurse. Tonight is the second line of the Oilers. Pops over the boards as Darnell Nurse chips it in. And that will be an icing call apparently against the Oilers. Reached for a drink of water as the puck was fired down the ice, and it was an icing call. Calgary Flames last 27 games. Last 12, they've been 6-2-4, whereas they were 4-8-3. So here's the thing: that's sure you've got points in 10 out of 12 games, but that's still a 6-6 record, right? That's not like the Flames are running away with wins here in this last 12 games this month of December. But I guess when you're getting points, I guess people just don't complain, and that's where we find ourselves with the Oilers. Is if they would get things going, we would complain a lot less. But here's the Flames now in the offensive zone. They're going to fire it on down, and now a chance for the Oilers to get it going back the other way. Draisaitl gets it up to Foegele. Foegele goes across to the corner and plays it to himself more or less. Here's a chance now for Yamamoto. Back to Tyson Barrie. Loads up the shot. Shoots. Scores! Tyson Barrie on the point shot gets it right through Jacob Markstrom. And that one looked like it was a lost cause going into the corner there for Warren Foegele. And like I said, the question was, how long is it going to take the Oilers to respond if they do respond? And it takes less than 4 minutes to get the job done as Yamamoto, who's been buzzing all game, gets the shot for Tyson Barrie clean open, and Barrie blasts it right through Jacob Markstrom. There we go. Let's go. I told you the Oilers just needed to get me into the game, and a good screen there from Warren Foegele gets us back in this as Tyson Barrie blasts it right on through from the point. And Tyson Barrie, I think, indeed continues to extend that point streak. 100 career goals for Tyson Barrie, this being his 100th career right there on that play as they saved the puck. And, well, now with 14:55 to go, the Oilers right back in it. Brett Kulak meets it on the near side boards, and he gets it over to the 100-goal man, Tyson Barrie, who gets it ahead now to Kulak. Kulak plays it to Dylan Holloway. And the Oilers a little bit of pep in their step now, moving this puck around, and this is hopefully something that we can start seeing them get going here in this second period. Like I said, they should be motivated to really have a good second period after a ho-hum first period that didn't cause them damage. And hopefully that's the challenge here for the Oilers. I think Foegele draws an assist on the Barrie marker as well. It is only included to Yamamoto, who gets his 6th assist of the season so far. But I think you'll maybe see a second assist set up for Mr. Warren Foegele here in a matter of moments. But for Calgary, it was Michael Backlund who scored the goal. So it's 1-1. Tyson Barrie scoring the goal for the Oilers, and this one played around the boards. Shot fired to the middle of the ice. The Flames turn it over, though, in their own zone, so the Oilers have to regain possession in their own zone after the flip in by the Flames. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins bats it on down deep. Rasmus Andersson out to play it. He will see it. Lost the puck there briefly to Yamamoto, but regained by Noah Hannafin. 13:38 to go here in this second period. Tyler Toffoli works it out for the Flames. He'll fire it on deep into the Oilers zone. Cody Ceci giving it chasing. He's getting it going here for Elias Lindholm, who's battling this puck off the boards, and now Darnell Nurse comes into possession of it. Cody Ceci battling there now again, still against Lindholm, and maybe this time, nope, the Flames again pinch on deep, and do we have a penalty coming up against the Flames? We might, as Mangiapane might have taken a call. With 13:14 to go here in this second period, looks like Andrew Mangiapane will go for a penalty. And Chase, to your question here, Draisaitl went down the tunnel, or is he back? I did not see Leon Draisaitl go down the tunnel. I must have missed that. Guess I'll check the ice time, see if we're missing anything. I thought I saw him out there on that last draw, and it looks like Draisaitl's played 7:56 so far this game, so I don't know what that would indicate in terms of if he just went down the tunnel. If that's your question, I'm not too sure, but hopefully for Leon Draisaitl, if you're noticing something's wrong, hopefully everything is all good in that respect. As my friends, we are absolutely blitzing along on today's live stream. I want to thank you for being along. I feel like we've kind of cropped in about the same 45 people into the stream, and now we're just interchanging about 5 or 6 people. That's pretty good because that watch time keeps creeping and creeping and creeping up so far. And as we currently play it, we've got 29:63 minutes, which means we're at 49.4 hours watched on the stream, which is absolutely incredible that we might just have a chance to go for 100 hours on today's stream. When all told, things are going that well, I cannot complain at all. It's always a good day when the live stream for the Battle of Alberta is doing well, that's for sure. And just a quick kind of look here as we take to the things that we know on Dolany TV. Just refreshing the screen, we're up to 9,721 subscribers, so plus another 6 so far this live stream. My friends, if you're new to the stream right now, before this power play gets underway, if you'd be so kind to consider hitting that subscribe button. If you're enjoying the stream and you want to talk more Oilers stuff with me, I'd love to have you along. And they are going to indeed call that a slash on Mangiapane here on Cody Ceci. So yep, Draisaitl's back on the ice, so he went down the tunnel, but he's a gamer, that's for sure. He's out there on the power play, so that solves our question right there. And Leon Draisaitl will take the face off here with 56 points on the season so far. The man, the myth, the legend, Leon Draisaitl for sure doing his thing out there. And he will win this face-off for the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins eliminates his man. Connor McDavid plays it back to Tyson Barrie, and man, oh man, would I love to see a Tyson Barrie goal here to get his 101st. Ryan Nugent Hopkins across to Barrie. Barrie fires the shot, deflected in front, goes to the near side corner, and clapped there by the Oilers to keep it in the zone. Connor McDavid turns it over. He's got a chance, looking off to Draisaitl. The denial by Jacob Markstrom. Second denial there. And Jacob Markstrom, 2 10-bell saves on Leon Draisaitl to keep the Oilers off the board from taking the lead. And that was 2 great shots there from Draisaitl, the one-timer and then the follow-up to try and squeak it through him. And Tyson Barrie will regroup for the Oilers. The Oilers now have the shot lead for the first time all game as Connor McDavid comes through the neutral zone with the head of steam. Nugent Hopkins plays it off the boards. Barrie feels it over to Leon Draisaitl, down to Connor McDavid, back to Draisaitl, who tries to backhand it. He's denied. Comes to Connor McDavid. McDavid, this Oilers power play buzzing much more than that first one. Nugent Hopkins back to Barrie. Barrie down low to McDavid. He can't get it going, and it will be cleared out of the zone, and Tyson Barrie has to regroup and reload. This is now a chance for the Oilers to play this one through the neutral. They will, but Connor McDavid has to turn back. The Oilers power play are 2 for 9 this season as McDavid leads the rush in. Tyson Barrie at the blue line comes up with that puck from Leon Draisaitl. Now Ryan Nugent Hopkins gets it across to Draisaitl. Again, the denial by Jacob Markstrom. That's 2 point-blank shots on that power play for Leon Draisaitl, and he's denied twice on the one-timer. A good sequence there for good old Jacob Markstrom, who's had himself a game here tonight against the Oilers. 15 shots, 14 saves, and the Oilers trying to make something of this power play now with 13 seconds. The Flames back on a 3-on-1. Zadorov feeds it to the middle, but a terrible pass And the Oilers should be back the other way now. A chance for Zach Hyman, who steps across. He's going to fire the shot over to Connor McDavid. Tries to give it back to him. He misses. Connor McDavid, all he had to do is backhand it on net, and I think Zach Hyman had to tap in. Instead, now a 2-on-2 for the Flames. Mangiapane, the save. Skinner, 11:03, and the pace has really picked up since that power play got things going. Another shot blocked in front by Nurse, and now Yamamoto trying to come up with this puck. He does. He'll get it across to Darnell Nurse, and Nurse will skate it off here to Dylan Holloway. Holloway sees Nurse continue to keep this puck despite losing his stick, and the Flames have it in their own zone, and that's a scramble of a go here, as this one is going crazy here in the last few minutes of play, following that power play and that 3-on-1 for the Flames, as this one gets tipped ahead by Puljujarvi all the way down to Markstrom. Markstrom out to play at 10:29 to go here in this second period. This one played ahead, and now Foegele out there as the lines kind of scramble up following a 2-minute shift by the top power play unit. The Flames generate speed through the neutral zone, get towards the net, but tapped there by Skinner right onto the stick of Kadri. And now, yes, Puljujarvi being able to turn on the Jets and go back the other way. He'll tip it on deep. McLeod out to play it. It bounces into the Oilers zone after Markstrom came and touched it through the entire length of the ice, more or less. And now a chance for Foegele to come up with his puck. He can't. The Oilers still battling in the neutral zone to come up with it. Kulak has it. He will spin off a check and go off to Cody Ceci, who goes ahead to Ryan McLeod. Battle there for the Oilers, trying to battle this one through the neutral zone. The Oilers have 7 shots. The Flames have 4 through this second period as we're into the back half now. 9:35 to go in the second period. This one's had pace. This one's had zip, and we are already halfway through a hockey game at 8:21 to go in the evening as the Oilers. Skinner plays it off to Niemelainen. We'll slow down a second here. The Oilers have 14 blocked shots. The Flames have 1 so far this game, so that's the interesting part there. Holloway, a hammering hit on Kristanov, and that one a massive hit there for the Oilers to try to keep possession and obviously pressure on the Flames in their own zone. This one tipped length of the ice. It's going to go all the way down, but the Flames do a good job pressuring and holding up icing there against the Oilers. Bouchard plays it off the boards to Ryan McLeod. We haven't seen Klim Kostin here in a hot minute, but he should be out there now, I imagine, on this next shift as Marcus Niemelainen wraps it around the boards. Markstrom has to play it off the boards to another on-waiting Flames player. And it will be worked there by Niemelainen back into the Flame zone. And this has been the other side too. Niemelainen's been noticeable so far this game for the Calgary Flames. He's made a couple of big hits, made a couple of big plays, just dumping pucks in and just being steady Eddie with the puck so far. As this one will be fired to the far side. And the Oilers' top unit players still not out there as Warren Foegele on the ice. He will play it back, misses Darnell Nurse at the blue line. And 8:16 to go here in this second period. The Oilers have had 3 or 4 shifts in a row of players not named McDavid, not named Leon Draisaitl, so it's good to see. And no Nugent Hopkins, but now on the top line is out there. And chance for Kadri. He will play it on deep to Darnell Nurse. Nurse will battle him off the puck, and Cody Ceci goes to fight off Milan Lucic. He can't do it. Kristanov out to play it. Now the Flames just playing the perimeter in the Oilers zone, keeping possession of this puck. Goals are 1 apiece so far. Shots now 16-14 for the Edmonton Oilers as Darnell Nurse goes pushing the man off the board. And here's a shot, deflects up over top of the net. Chance to the middle, can't get it going. This one's going to be Darnell Nurse working it off the boards and work there to Huberdeau. Poked out by the Oilers. Tipped back by the Flames into possession, and they will try and work it off their own blue line now. Rasmus Andersson getting it going with 7:22 to go here in this second period. The Flames slowing down the period. We've been a long time without a whistle, as you can clearly tell by not breaking away from the play-by-play, but it is currently the Flames with it in the Oilers zone. Rasmus Andersson, high point, getting it going to Tyler Toffoli. He flips the shot all the way to the far side corner in the Oilers zone. Flames first to touch it. Now back behind the net to Foley. Darnell Nurse gets turned inside out, and then Puljujarvi takes out the man in front. And the Oilers will take a penalty instead of giving up a goal, so I guess that's okay. Yes, Puljujarvi takes a tripping call after Darnell Nurse turns himself into a pretzel in front of the net again. And really not much other choice, or else it was an easy backhand tap for Dylan Dubé. So I guess one of those good penalties to take, and maybe you just try and kill off the penalty and hopefully not end up with a bad result, I guess you could say. So quickly, I'm going to throw you guys a commercial break and see if I can't get myself a quick check of the old YouTube machine here to see what it's saying, as things are pacing along here on YouTube. Not too badly at all. I will just quickly check. We're at 92 or 942 views on the live stream so far, so we've had ourselves a productive night. Literally said I just need about 1,000 views on the live stream tonight and we should be good, and that's currently where we're at with over 1,000 views in the last 2 hours stream, so we should be well and clear to hit probably about 1,500 this evening. So thank you again for choosing to be here tonight with me. I really appreciate that. It's something that all that time away over the past year and a half before coming back in September kind of made me grateful for is kind of the appreciative fact that you guys choose to watch me, and I get to be the recipient of that. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. That said, the Oilers and Flames engaged in a 16-shot battle aside, and both goaltenders haven't given up a goal. The Flames out hitting the Oilers 12-8 so far through this game, and obviously the face-off's now 18-12 for the Calgary Flames, so they're still heavily winning that face-off battle, and the Oilers, though, committed to the defense, blocking shot after shot after shot tonight. 14 block shots, in fact, for the Edmonton Oilers through this period and a half that we've been on through. This one, a good chance there for Hyman, and they're showing some replays here as there were some just absolute 10-bell saves on Leon Draisaitl by Jacob Markstrom early in that power play, and that was unreal to see. Obviously a big time get for the Oilers, and I mean now all of a sudden this will be worked here by the Oilers off the face-off draw. Man falls down, is Toffoli at the blue line, but he's capable of keeping it in, and now Darnell Nurse bats it around to the near side blue line. Anderson keeps it in on the failed clear. Chance for the one-timer, hits bar. That was close. That hit the post, and it is up and out of the crease, thankfully. But Anderson back to the blue line, and he's trying to play this puck as Darnell Nurse will chip it to Yamamoto, who gets swallowed up by Kadri, and then Darnell Nurse hits McDavid in the butt, and now a chance for Kadri, side of the net, deflected there by Yamamoto. He's lost his stick. This shift all kinds of scrambling. The Oilers just cannot seem to clear the zone here. And now one back by the Flames to the high point. Kadri at the face-off dot, turns back. Lindholm just off the dots, turns it back. Now Toffoli works it across to Kadri. Shot saved by Skinner as he swallows that puck up. I mean, he was right in position before that shot came, but then just pounced on it to fall on that puck and make that save. Wow. That was not a good start to things for the Oilers there, but they're able to prevent the Flames from scoring. And I guess when you've got a penalty kill as bad as the Oilers, you don't ask how you kill the penalty, you just ask how bad you get scored on every game. And so far, if you don't get scored on, it's good night, I guess you could say. And Sportsnet doesn't know what they're trying to do. The Flames power play, as this one gets pushed to the net. Skinner gets scrambled up in front. The Flames still denied there by Skinner, and a shot from the point gets blocked in front. Another Oilers block, and for the first time all penalty kill, the Oilers are able to escape the zone, and the Flames have to reset. Janmark will chip it on deep into the Flames' end. The penalty kill was 1 for 2 Friday against Vancouver for the Oilers, so still not great on that penalty kill. And obviously, I mean, you get a penalty kill goal or something out of that game less, I think maybe a different result against Vancouver. You just stop doing stupid stuff and maybe start scoring more goals and giving up less goals. You start winning hockey games. This one, a shot blocked. Skinner scrambles to the side in case of a rebound off the boards. He's not beat there. And this one, now suddenly with 15 seconds to go in the power play, a shot here for Dubé. He's going to fire it, blocked by Niemelainen. Hanifin blocked in front again by Niemelainen, and now a scramble up, and it looks like Derek Ryan's going to clear it with a second to go, so that will be a penalty killed for the Oilers. And yes, Puljujarvi out to play this puck as he tries to scramble it up, and they just finally white balance the camera, and now all of a sudden we are in clear, crystal clear, white balanced HD at the Scotiabank Saddledome as Warren Fogle plays it across to Leon Draisaitl, dancing in, shot saved by Markstrom. That one was developing quick, and a good play there by Draisaitl again to drive it to Jacob Markstrom, but again denied. And here's a chance for Trevor Lewis, who's taken down by Leon Draisaitl, who can't believe he didn't take a penalty. He was looking at the ref like, bro, did you call that? And the ref's like, play on. And here comes Evan Bouchard. He'll get it across to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl rips another shot, denied again by Markstrom. A shot there by Darnell Nurse. Finally, the Flames' second block shot of the night there. And now Darnell Nurse will fire this one off Yamamoto. He falls down because of the shot. And now, well, Warren Foegele will play it off to Evan Bouchard. The Oilers slow it down as they push the pace into the Flames zone. Here's Connor McDavid taken out with a knee. And the Flames don't have a penalty called against them. So there you go. That's where it is. And now a chance for Huberdeau to set up the attack in the Oilers zone. And like I said, the pace very well pushed here in this first or second period. And I mean, that first period was kind of lackadaisical from the Oilers. And now suddenly both teams engaged in a battle here. Rasmus Anderson trying to get it going. He'll get her down to Huberdeau. Huberdeau fires the shot high up over top of the net. Huberdeau again reloads the puck. He'll get it into the near side corner to Kadri, who goes far point. Now a chance for Huberdeau. He gets it back in that near side corner. He'll go across to the defenseman Zadorov, who carries into the corner. Puck played in front, denied there off a stick of Lucic. And now Lindholm plays it deep again, but finally the Oilers have found a gap in the Flames forecheck and will clear it all the way down the ice without an icing call against, with 2:55 to go here in this second period. 21-18 the shots for the Flames. The shot battle's changed a couple of times over this period. Flames to Foley, carries in, shot fired, blocked again. And here's Ryan McLeod trying to load up an attack here as he pushes it past Tanev. But Tanev's able to turn around and keep that one out of the Oilers' attacking zone. And now a little pushing and shoving as the Oilers are offside at the Flames' blue line. And we will have ourselves a whistle. All right, not bad. Hey, I don't mind this. This is all right. If the Oilers want to play this kind of hockey against Flames, I'm not going to mind. Although that is a missed knee-on-knee against Connor McDavid there. But again, Leon Draisaitl tripped a guy up, and they missed that as well. So it's not like we're going to complain too much about things. And I guess we'll just be grateful for playing 5-on-5 and not having been scored on the penalty kill. Hopefully, Connor McDavid's just fine. That's the biggest thing we need to take away from that. Dakota, welcome into the stream. Ace, welcome in as well. And we're just hoping that Stuart Skinner keeps us in it as long as he possibly can tonight, because he's been on it so far. So has Jacob Markstrom. And we just hope that the Oilers continue to play some good hockey here down the stretch as we go into the final few minutes of this second period. And I am absolutely just starting to shake out here as it's getting very cold down here as the temperatures drop outside. And just this chair, very uncomfortable. I need to get more comfortable chair. That is on the queue for the new house, let me tell you. As we're just waiting to get this one going. All right. Is there anything I'm missing here? Let's go to Twitter to quickly check if there's anything I'm not seeing on this hockey game, but it's nothing to see so far as, yeah, there's not much to see. Yeah, nothing, as I think Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl hugging it out. And there's, yeah, not much on Oilers Twitter. Get it going. Draisaitl gone to the room, apparently, according to Julian McKenzie, and then that was back in time to get robbed by Markstrom on 2 power play one-timers. That's, of course, the commentary there from Mark Spector following that Edmonton Oilers power play. My friends, we've now busted 1,000 views on the live stream. Thank you for that. Obviously, we busted that 50 hours watched on the stream, and that's knee-on-knee there for Connor McDavid against Mackenzie Weegar, somehow uncalled, and they're just going to continue to slow this down and replay it. But we play on. Obviously, like I said, the refs missed a trip against Leon Draisaitl, so we'll just be thankful we didn't get scored on eventually. And here we go, back the other way. Shot, glove save, Stuart Skinner, and then Blake Coleman makes no bones about sliding into Skinner for good measure. And the Oilers just quickly clear up the crease, make sure there's nothing more to it. And that's not a bad situation for the Oilers, just making sure that there's a good save there for Stuart Skinner. All right. Let's see what Connor McDavid's got in store here. 51 points in 36 career games against the Calgary Flames. Well, he's a man possessed against the Flames as he is against most other NHL teams. Shots saved there again by Skinner, so now up to 22 saves on the night as Nugent Hopkins collapsed it out of the zone. And down the way, and Klim Kostin, who's had a quieter night than usual for the Oilers over the past 5-6 games, as he has not really factored in, nor has that third line much. Realistically, it's been the second line of the Oilers that has had the majority of the chances. Obviously, they've had the goal, and Yamamoto's been buzzing, and I think Warren Foegele's been around it quite a bit tonight so far for the Oilers, but with $1.50 to go, Michael Backlund gets into the offensive zone. He's been around it, obviously scoring the goal for the Flames tonight. Now a chance for Klim Kostin to clear the zone. Huberdeau turns it over for a brief second. Tyson Barrie unable to play the puck, and now a chance for Klim Kostin to battle it off the boards and down the ice. And this one is played by Janmark, who was just trying to stay on side in case that puck took a funny hop. Tanev's going to clear up to the near side wing, carried in by Nazem Kadri, who will get it ahead to Lucic. Gathers, fires the shot, and the glove saves Stuart Skinner for yet another time in a row. So right there, Stuart Skinner making a couple of saves. $1:17 to go here in this second period. And now all of a sudden, this is the time of the game where things start to slow down a little bit, I guess you could say. And this is exactly what's happening for the Oilers right now, is it's just starting to slow down a little bit as we close in on 8:40 here tonight. So I should be able to get the post game up if we can get through a quick third period. Don't go to overtime or a shootout, obviously. Like to win in regulation against the Flames if we could. Don't want to be tied for that final third spot in the Pacific Division by just some weird chance. And here's a chance now for Draisaitl to get it back to the blue line. Darnell Nurse out to play it. Cody Ceci. Pitch and catch with Darnell Nurse in the defensive end, looking to make a play as Ceci will play it ahead. Play there now down deep to Connor McDavid as McDavid goes to Rasmus Anderson's back to try and turn this puck over. Hyman sees it lifted high and up over top of him, and now Darnell Nurse beat wide but able to turn it around and get it out of the zone. Reload by Brett Ritchie, and man, oh man, Nazem Kadri is a mile and a half offside. Brett Ritchie just turned his head and he's like, hey, I'm going to go into the zone. Kadri's 7 feet deep in the Flames' attacking zone and a mile offside because of it. 11 points in the last 12 games for Nazem Kadri, so obviously a big reason why over the last 12 games the Flames have been getting points. When you've got one of your big boys getting a point per game, that's going to change things drastically. 30 seconds to go here in this second period. What we wouldn't do to get an Oilers goal here if we could. That'd be fantastic, but here's Ryan McLeod working around. He's going to fire it on down to Warren Foegele. Fogel's got a chance here, and he can't get it going offensively, so now this one worked by the Flames back the other way. Not a play that Brett Ritchie can make, though, as he's turned back by Darnell Nurse, who will headman it ahead. And it steps Kyler Yamamoto, so with a second to go, Markstrom plays it off to the defense. And that, my friends, is all she wrote for the second period, and we will have another break in the action. Again, if you're new to the stream and just enjoying things so far, I'd really appreciate if you'd be so kind to consider hitting that subscribe button. It's 1-1 after 2 periods of play, and we are closing in on that 10,000 subscriber mark. But friends, I'm going to personally take a 5-minute break to go upstairs, refill my water, grab something to eat, as I'm just kind of getting the hunger shakes here just from talking so much, and we'll be back in a brief moment's time. Alright, let's finish this game off, shall we? I think it's about dang time we do. We'll reset the scoreboard here in a brief second. We'll try and get that back to where it should be. And we'll move the scoreboard down and get it as large as it needs to be for action here tonight. Right there it goes. Bingo. And away we go. Blank. Oh, no. Blank the wrong thing. Come on. I've been doing this for an hour and 45 minutes and I still don't have it figured out what I need to be doing. That's alright. We're fine and dandy, my friends. And as we get things going, yeah, we're just currently sitting here and waiting for this third period to get underway. A 1-1 tie between the Oilers and Flames. And Richard, your rankings there about the worst players in the NHL. Have you checked in on Jacob Trouba of the New York Rangers? Just check in on him because a lot of people complaining about him lately. And there's a lot of complaining here about players within the NHL and how bad or good they have been. Now, suddenly, Jaden, you're having a heart attack about this game. See, I haven't found this game to be that pulsating yet, but I think obviously going down the stretch here in the next little bit, things could really turn on a dime here, especially if a team scores a goal right out of the gate here in the third period. That could really change things up a little bit because obviously that could send a little bit of a wrinkle into both teams' plans of guiding home late stages, score a goal, and win a hockey game 2-1. And like I said, I expected things to go here pretty sideways for both teams, and unless that tends to happen here in this third period, then we are pretty much going to watch both teams play a very solid, low-scoring hockey team that honestly isn't that bad of a result for either club. So that's where we'll just have to wait and see, I guess, as we wait for this third period to get underway. Friends, if you're enjoying the commentary so far, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. I'd appreciate that. We're just about to hit 30 likes on the stream, so if we could do that before the third period, that'd be greatly appreciated. And I really love how the Vancouver Canucks are wearing their reverse retro almost every home game, it seems, lately. Yeah, it's crazy. But let's see. Anything here? 70.9 hours watched on the stream, so we should be able to clip up over a grand total of 100 hours by the end of tonight's live stream. That'll be fantastic. Every view we gain here on the live stream now, we're gaining about, I want to say, 4 minutes of watch time. So that's a pretty grandiose get when you're adding pretty much a 15th of an hour every single view added on the live stream. So that's where we're currently sitting. There isn't much. I know now the banter is going back and forth within the chat, so I'll leave it be for now, and we'll just kind of go figure out if there's anything we've missed here from Mark Spector or anybody from The Athletic or anything there, because I don't really think there's much to be said about this Oilers game, a 1-1 game as it's currently getting going. And of course the Stars having a pretty good season here, 21 wins, 9 losses, and 6 OT losses so far. Thankfully the Oilers handing them one of the losses. Good night for a couple of Oilers prospects in the AHL. Raphael Lavoie had 2 points on the top line, and Carter Savoy so far had a pretty good one-timer on the power play as the Condors won 5-1 in San Jose. And Ryan Holt saying the Condors needed that one like he needed that steak last night. Rodriguez solid 36 saves too, so the Condors win 5-1 over top of the San Jose Barracuda. And there's not much else happening here on Twitter. Obviously the Airdrie Thunder and Mountain View Colts talking back and forth a little bit there. And is there anything else? I don't really think there is. It's both teams noting here went down in a heap in the neutral zone after taking a Darnell Nurse puck movement. Yeah, Kyler Yamamoto, just let me watch the replay again. Ooh, a shot in the ankle by that Darnell Nurse passing attempt. So hopefully Kyler Yamamoto is A-okay, because that would be a sketchy get for the Edmonton Oilers. DJ Blue, the Blues lost 5-4 in OT. Well, that's not a bad result. You still got a point and still a good enough result to almost win a hockey game, I guess you could say. I'm just looking at my arm here. Looks like I got a weird scar on my arm from back in the day. Didn't know that. Just had a pinch point there. My t-shirt grabbed onto a hair, but it is what it is. Don't worry about me. I'm not going to fall out of my chair dead as of yet. We'll wait till the third period to have the old heart attack, because hopefully the Oilers don't take it to overtime. That's all I'm saying. I've been having a nice, relaxing Christmas. Hopefully we can just finish it off with a nice little couple of goals here in this third period, and away we go and get the job done. That would be fine and dandy by me. The Oilers just need to finish this one off, but we're currently in a commercial break. I don't even have anything to say, so realistically, I'm going to throw this one here and see if we can't figure this one out. If there's anything else, flash the subscribe graphic again. Realistically, guys, there's not much to recap. We'll go recap it now, though, as I don't think we've done that. In fact, I took that break right at the start, so I kind of threw myself for a loop. Obviously, it was Michael Backlund starting the scoring for the Calgary Flames. Assist to Andrew Mangiapane and Blake Coleman. Here's the thing. It's Michael Backlund's 7th goal of the season. It's Andrew Mangiapane's 8th assist of the season. And Blake Coleman's 8th assist of the season as well. So that line really not scoring a ton of points so far this year from what I'm taking away from that. Unless Backlund's got a ton of assists and Coleman and both Mangiapane have a ton of goals, I don't know, but it's one of those weird things to look at. Is you'd think out of all those players on the Flames that those guys would have a couple higher goals, right? I think Backlund to this point would be a 10-goal scorer, as he should be pacing out to be a 20-goal scorer within this Oilers or Flames attack. And then Tyson Barrie scores his 5th goal of the season, a point shot that gets right through everybody from Kailer Yamamoto. And of course, Kailer Yamamoto gets his 6th assist of the season. And if you're saying he should have more assists than that, yes, absolutely he should. The Flames have taken 2 penalties in this game. The Oilers 0 for 2 on the power play so far. Jesse Puljujärvi, of course, took one for tripping, and it was a sketchy get, but the Oilers were able to deny the Flames on the power play, as it was a lot of pressure there from the Flames early in that hockey game, as we're just waiting for this game to get back up underway here in a matter of moments. Hopefully a good time for this Oilers-Flames third period. Ryan Leslie joined by Megan Mickelson and Eric Francis in this intermission. And of course, if you actually ever, I made mention of it earlier, if you ever actually do see the broadcast location they broadcast from in the Scotiabank Saddledome, they are crammed in there. It looks like they got room, but they are very well crammed into that broadcasting position. That is for sure within that Flames corner of the ice that they broadcast from. And right now, oh, there we go. That was much needed. I knew I needed to do something. How about a little snappity snap of the fingers? That feels amazing now. I was feeling why I had a little bit of tension there, but when they need to snap your fingers that badly, it feels good. And I think what feels good for the Oilers is the goaltending performance so far this hockey game from Stuart Skinner that they've been getting. He's been on it so far this hockey game, obviously, with several saves. If you look at it so far, the Flames with 23 shots, so 22 saves for Stuart Skinner in this game. 18 shots for the Oilers, 17 saves for Jacob Markstrom. 14-9 the hits for the Flames over the Oilers, so they went out there and threw 6. The Oilers only went out there and threw 3, so that's obviously where the discrepancy starts coming. But the face-offs picked up for the Oilers that period. They were getting out face-offs 61%, now just losing by about 48% to the Flames 52. 19-17 the face-offs for the Calgary Flames after 2 periods of play. And just to quickly check in on what has happened, Leon Draisaitl still 50-50. Connor McDavid 1 for 6, but Ryan McLeod, how about this, going 6 for 8 so far, getting up to a 75%, and obviously too, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins operating at 57% in the face-off dot is going to help you out a little bit for sure. And the Flames too, now Backlund at 80%, Kadri at 14.3, 44.4 for Lindholm, 2 face-offs for Lucic, he's on 100%, and Ruzicka's at 57.1, so it's probably a little closer to 54% for the Flames in the draw, but just kind of where we currently find ourselves right now as we get set. Last season, after 35 games, the Flames in fact are worse, more losses on the season by 2, less wins by 2. Shootout record 1-3, OT record 2-4, goals for only 1 more than last year. And the goals against are definitely up this year for the Calgary Flames. So as much as we're worried about things going sideways for the Edmonton Oilers, things not exactly going the right way for the Calgary Flames yet at this point of the season either. So it's kind of right where we're at just waiting for this game to get back underway, and hopefully a good start to the rest of this hockey game for the Edmonton Oilers with the start of this third period. They're just kind of going through things here, waiting to get us started, and I'm just itching to go. I'm antsy, ready to go. Just fire me up, and let's get this going. That's all I got to say for sure. So we'll see what ends up happening. Let's see what we got going here, guys. Is pretty much just a little bit of hate on Darnell Nurse. That's par for the course at this point, but should be anything on Twitter, I guess. There isn't really much else to report here in this first period as of yet. Looks like the Toronto Maple Leafs, of course, pulled out the victory against the St. Louis Blues in overtime. So that's a big old victory for them, and there's not much else to get going other than a great performance from Olivier Rodrigue in the AHL once again, winning another hockey game down there, and obviously he's been a story of the Condors season so far, kind of a bright spot for them after a tough stretch in the month of November and December, but now obviously they'd like to start turning it around going into the new year, and he will have to be a big part of that. Mark, you're going with Evan Bouchard scoring the winner. I wouldn't mind the Oilers getting 2 goals from defensemen and winning the hockey game, that's for sure, especially if someone not named Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl assists on that goal. That would be a big get for our Edmonton Oilers tonight if they could do that for sure. And as we currently sit, my friends, just quick calculation of the watch hours, we're up to 77.8 hours on the stream, so we have a chance to go home and finish this one off in style down the stretch. I just got to move this heater up a little bit. It's directing a little bit of heat, but just not quite enough to keep me warm enough to get through this hockey game. It looks like the Grinch in attendance at the hockey game tonight. And we're just waiting to try and get this hockey game back underway is the problem. We just, for some reason, things are taking forever live from the Saddle Dome today. I really don't understand it, but it is what it is, and we'll hopefully see this team go out there and win a hockey game tonight. That would be a great result to try and finish off the Christmas break and then go into the New Year's break here in the next little bit, as the Oilers would love to try and generate something here for sure. If this third period goes a victory, suddenly you're into the third position in the Pacific Division, I think, unless the Seattle Kraken are playing tonight, which they might be, and if they win, then that changes the math. But as it is, the New York Islanders won over top of the Pittsburgh Penguins 5-1. The Carolina Hurricanes beat the Chicago Blackhawks 3-0. Washington shut out the Rangers 4-0. And Ottawa squeaked out a shootout victory over top of Boston 3-2. Okay, anything else we need to know? It's 3-2 Dallas over Nashville with 53 seconds to go, or is that final? I don't know. And 4-1 for Minnesota nearing the end of the third period over top of Winnipeg. End of 2, Arizona and Colorado 4-2. Vancouver, San Jose, Vancouver's up 2-1 at the end of 1. And LA versus Vegas tied 0-0 with 11:31 to go here in this first period. So Seattle does not play. We'll go to the scoreboard and quickly check what we need to know here between the Seattle Kraken and the Edmonton Oilers over the next course of a couple of days. So the Kraken don't play today. I imagine they play tomorrow when it's going to be a little bit busier. Yes, they play the Flames tomorrow. That's a crappy situation. Who do you want to win that one? I guess if the Oilers get 2 points tonight, hopefully the Kraken lose, or well, I guess the Flames have to lose. That's who you're cheering for to lose no matter what. So hopefully the Flames lose that one, and you just go out there and get the job done as the Seattle Kraken, and the Oilers can keep waiting for the Seattle Kraken to fall off after they win against the Calgary Flames. I guess really all it is. All right. That's a tight matchup. If you're a betting man, who do you want to win that one? Because how does it affect the Oilers is a big time question. And as it is for the Oilers, you do not You do not want the Flames to win lots of games, but you also need the Seattle Kraken to start losing games. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't at this point of the schedule when the Oilers have to see the Flames and Kraken face each other just because of what both teams have done so far. So it just is what it is, and the Penguins and Bruins face each other Monday on on January 2nd, sorry, not New Year's Day. It's a Sunday this year, so they will have the Winter Classic played from where is it? Fenway Park, I think. We'll have it played there on January 2nd, the Monday, where everybody will have the day off anyway. This one a closer look as, Jacob Markstrom's couple of saves on Jacob Markstrom's one-time side there for Leon Draisaitl. Just a couple of big saves. Sorry, folks. This is also the time of the stream where I lose track of my own thoughts because it's also now 9 o'clock at night, and we've just had to wait through that entire hard intermission to try and get to this third period as Jacob Markstrom will try and shut it down for the Flames. So too will Stuart Skinner for the Oilers. And this one a tie up off the draw. Calgary can't get it down, and instead Leon Draisaitl lumbering through the middle will win the face-off, and Kailer Yamamoto is out there for the Oilers. So that's a healthy sign for sure. And this one will be fired around by Nurse. Turned over to the Flames. Rasmus Andersson goes down deep to Lucic. Now played to Kadri. Leon Draisaitl, though, hard on the puck, comes up with it. He will play it ahead, and this one will trip all the way to the near side corner where they will indeed rule it icing. So we will have a face-off in the Oilers zone just the way we started that first period. We will start it again here in the second period. The Oilers ice the puck almost immediately off of puck drop. And with 19:32 to go, like I said, we'll have an icing call against the Oilers. 9-5-0 record, last 14 home games for the Flames against the Oilers. Shot fired down and a save for Stuart Skinner off the one face-off for the Calgary Flames. 19:28 to go, so we took up a whole 4 seconds of action there for the Flames to get that shot on net. So not a bad get there at all for the Flames, just directing the puck right off a face-off win and getting her on net. Alright, here's Derek Ryan, who gets it back to the blue line. Mackenzie Weegar firing the shot again. That one will go up and out of play. And this time it took 5 seconds to get the next stoppage in play as Mackenzie Weegar freezes up that puck by shooting it off a stick and out of play. Connor McDavid switches up sticks. And we will have another chance here, a face-off again. Connor McDavid sees that one go right off the twigs, so that's why he was switching up sticks. And Connor McDavid blocking a shot. You like to see that. As here we go, a chance for the Oilers to flip it into the neutral ice. They do. Jesse Puljujärvi battles it there with Zach Hyman. 19:13 to go here in this third period. Evan Bouchard's going to play it ahead to Zach Hyman. Hyman off of the pass will cut towards the net, fire it off the backhand onto Markstrom. He can't get it to go. So it'll be played around the boards where McDavid fires it in front towards Jesse Puljujärvi, who battles it back to McDavid. It goes all the way to the point. Shot comes on deep, and it comes off the side of the net where McDavid will meet it now. On the far side boards, Hyman turns it over, though, and the Flames able to clear the zone. This one, Mangiapane will have pocket picked by Niemelainen. Niemelainen will dump it on deep, and the Flames will see the Oilers head for a line change. 18:37 to go here. Nothing solved as of yet. So Rasmus Andersson chips it ahead to Dylan Dubé. It overskirts his stick, and now the Flames see the Oilers transition back the other way. Klim Kostin in on the attack. He pushes the puck ahead. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins goes to meet it. It's out-battled by the Flames there, so they will carry into the neutral and get it on down into the Oilers' defensive end. 18:12 to go here in this third period as the Flames have it back at the blue line. Stone fires the shot, blocked there by Stuart Skinner. It'll go off to the near side boards to Foley. Waits to fire a shot, puts it on the pad of Stuart Skinner, and a good play by Brett Kulak prevents a penalty and a man from scoring on the rebound. And I should not have turned on the heat because now I'm even more cold as this one is worked in the zone by Nikita Zadorov as he's looking to make a play here. He'll play it ahead. Evan Bouchard plays it off the boards and gets it over to Derek Ryan. Ryan will see it picked up there by Dylan Holloway. He's turned back by the stick of Trevor Lewis. Fourth line on fourth line shift here. Weird bounce hits Skinner and deflects into the corner. Bouchard meets the man there. I believe that is Brett Ritchie for the Calgary Flames as the Oilers' fourth line grinding into in their defensive zone. Both teams engaged in battle. Now Brett Ritchie trying to come off the boards. And yeah, like I said, now I'm shaking out because I'm so cold, even though I've got heat on the back, but that's the problem. And Ryan McLeod will chip it off the boards, and Dylan Holloway fires down deep into the zone. 17:04 to go here in this third period. Everybody working around. Nazem Kadri will fire it off the boards, and now a chance for Derek Ryan. He regains possession of Darnell Nurse. Nurse in behind his own net. We'll leave it there for Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl sees it go off of somebody, and Kadri is able to come up with the puck. Now a chance for Huberdeau. He will play it off of Warren Foegele, who turns it over right in front of Kyler Yamamoto, who gets it to the blue line. All kinds of bad play there from the Oilers. And Noah Hannafin's able to come up with it. Steered in front. Good deflection there by the Oilers. And now picked up by Darnell Nurse. Flipped to the wing to Kyler Yamamoto, who will play it ahead near side boards into the Flames' end. And a chance again to come up with that puck in the Flames' zone. The Oilers just can't seem to get it going. So 16-17 to go here in this third period. The puck will bounce off of Darnell Nurse. Rasmus Andersson gets the shot. It deflects into the corner. Back behind the net now. McDavid picks up the puck to Yamamoto, who's looking to get off the ice for a line change, as McDavid's got Cody Ceci speeding up the ice with him. Ceci in on the attack. Goes on deep, peels off and around. And this one will go back to Mangiapane after the Flames pick up the peel off. And now comes Michael Backlund, who fires a shot, I believe, off the shoulder or mask of Stuart Skinner, and coming back the other way is Connor McDavid, who slows up. He'll pass it back. Shot loading. Hyman the save. Markstrom point blank. What a great play there by Hyman to try and bait Markstrom into moving over too far. And now McDavid working in behind the net to Hyman. Puljujarvi looking in front. Hyman fires a shot. It's blocked by the Flames. 15:25 to go. Puljujarvi battles there, and now a chance for Mackenzie Weegar to work it out. He will. He'll work through the neutral and fire it on deep into the corner and peel off for a line change for the Calgary Flames. As yes, Puljujarvi sees it bobble past him. It goes all the way down the ice into the Flames end. Michael Stone now on the ice for the Flames. He'll carry through the neutral, dump in on Skinner, fire it onto the near side boards. Klim Kostin battles it off the boards, and it'll be battled in the neutral. Shot in by Toffoli again. 14:54 to go here in this third period of play. Darnell Nurse sees it worked in behind the net, and now Ryan Nugent-Hopkins trying to come up with his puck, shielding off the attack, and he will battle it out of the zone. A good forecheck by Nugent-Hopkins, even at the top blue line. He fires a shot blocked in front, comes up with it. He'll go to the backhand. Shot denied there by Markstrom. 14:32 to go. And this is starting to heat up here. The intensity, just the pins and needles kind of feeling of the game starting to come in late. Josh, welcome into the stream. Thank you for being along, my friend. As the Oilers will see this one worked ahead. Ritchie will be denied there by the Oilers. The fourth line's back out there, so they're matching fourth line against fourth line. Kind of going best on best on best on best here are the two head coaches for the Flames and Oilers, trying to really beat each other into a decision as this one bounces in front. Denied there. Another scramble. Hannafin fires it high and up over top of the net. The Oilers did a good job clearing it out in front of the net there on Skinner after a good directed puck in front. And we will have a stoppage in play with 13:52 to go. And my friends, I am freezing. I am going to go grab a sweater quick and we'll get back to action. I'm just going to send you guys an ad quickly and we'll be right back to action in a moment. There we go. That should stop the shivering to some degree now, as I was getting pretty chilly down here. Obviously, that's a sign that things are freezing up outside, which is going to mean my drive to work is going to be very, very, very interesting tomorrow. Give me a second here. I'm just going to try and get a little bit of heat into the jacket, if you know what I mean, as I'm just going to try and up the body temperature a little bit and hopefully stop shaking out near as bad as I am, because I'm feeling bad here. All I'm doing is shaking, and that I can feel is in my voice. So the old basement. I don't know how many of you know your HVAC systems too well. Obviously, I know mine pretty well because of being in HVAC. But we've got the old combustion air pot, and the old fresh air intake is just localized within the basement. So the old school way of doing it, it's not a fresh air piped. And the problem with that is I've got a window here in my room too, so I get a draft from there. The floor is always cold down here, so I'm always freezing down here, and that's why I normally have the furnace little wall heater thing that I've got in here always on. But problem is I've been trying to use it sparingly with the warmer temperatures here the past few days, and unfortunately tonight I decided to turn it on late, and now I'm freezing out. As the Oilers win the face-off draw, the shot's 7-2 for the Flames so far in this third period. You're not going to win getting outshot that badly by the Flames if you're the Oilers. 30-20 the shots for the Flames now. 13:46 to go here in this third period. The Flames and Oilers battling this puck through the neutral zone. My stream seems to have gone down in quality, and a pushing match in front. Saved by Skinner. Man. Unreal. And here coming back the other way is Warren Foegele, who's going to go to Leon Draisaitl. As this one, oh my goodness. That was a good looking chance for the Flames, but denied by Skinner. And here's another chance for Kadri. Shot fired in front. Skinner the save on the pad. And then Brett Kulak absolutely levels Nazem Kadri in front. So that's a good sign to see. 13:15 to go, and the Oilers still dedicated to clearing out the crease tonight. They're showing the Center Street Bridge, I believe, in Calgary. And that was a dangerous looking opportunity for Warren Foegele had he found anyone, but he wasn't able to get that job done. So now a chance for the Flames back the other way resulted in Skinner having to make a glove toe save. And right there, Kulak had to come through and level Nazem Kadri as Stuart Skinner had that puck frozen, but Kadri was coming in with other ideas about unfreezing it. The shot attempt 60-28 for the Flames, 61-28 now, as that's a pretty large margin, right? The Oilers have 20 shots, so they've been nailing 20 out of 28 of their shot attempts, but that's a really bad thing when you only have 28 shot attempts with 7 minutes gone in the third period. But now you've got Backlund versus McDavid on the face-off dot. Backlund's won 10 out of 13 faceoffs he's taken, and McDavid's only 25%. And Backlund wins yet another one thanks to the help of his winger. And now a shot from Coleman goes on down low, but McDavid able to retrieve the puck, and Zach Hyman will work out of the zone and work back into the neutral ice, where he will toss this one on deep against Weegar. Weegar takes out Hyman, and now Puljujarvi comes in flying, looking to make a difference here. And this one's going to be worked there by Ceci after the clearing attempt. Nurse will go chasing after it into the near side corner. I think that's got to be a hold on Mangiapane or not. They're going to call it. Yes, they will. As there it is. Darnell Nurse sees a penalty called, as that was blatant as day. Mangiapane grabs onto the shoulder, and Nurse turns him inside out as he pursues into the puck. And that's just one of those things. You can't afford to do that. And I think, guys, what you're saying is my stream's delayed. Yeah, it is. So we'll go live here after the McDavid goal, and we'll get it going. Sounds like, according to the chat, Connor McDavid scored. But here's the face-off. One back by the Flames. Flubbed clearing attempt, though. Zach Hyman gets it going to Leon Draisaitl. He's going to work it ahead to Connor McDavid, who's got a shooting lane, and there's the goal, baby! Connor McDavid snaps it home. Another goal, another night. Connor McDavid continues the pace for 70 goals. He scores yet another one. Couple Oilers fans find each other in the stands, and the Oilers have the 2-1 goal on the call by Josh, saying the Oilers were about to heat it up in the goal department. And you know what? I'm starting to get warm finally, and now we are really warm. The Edmonton Oilers snap home a shot. Connor McDavid, just as he did in the playoffs against the Calgary Flames. No mistake putting it home against Jacob Markstrom. Great screen by Zach Hyman. The defenseman can't get the puck off the stick. Lindholm kind of baffs at it, and well, that's it, as Mr. Connor McDavid puts the Oilers up 2-1, and the man continues continues to put it home for the Oilers. We'll now go live here as the Oilers find themselves in the offensive zone. Well, that's Brett Kulak working there with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. 12:10 to go here in this third period. Back the other way, Nikita Zordorov creating a 2-on-1. Janmark leading in as a nice play there for the Oilers. Defends it. Draisaitl gets his 36th assist of the season on the Connor McDavid goal, so don't mind me at all. Those two boys put up a goal. Like I said, I would really have loved to watch a defenseman score without either one of them, but it is what it is. And now carried ahead by Klim Kostin, who will chip it on down deep into the Flames zone. This one, third period, 11:39 to go, as it will be worked by the Flames in on the attack. Nazem Kadri fires the shot. It's blocked. 11:32 to go, and that's the big number here for the Oilers, is they just need to squeak out a victory now. You got the lead. Hold on to it, boys. Hold on to it. As this one's going to be worked back behind the net. Skinner's going to play this one here to Marcus Niemelainen. And worked ahead now by Warren Foegele. Fogel's on the ice again with Leon Draisaitl and Kailer Yamamoto. Bouchard the blast. Thought it had it. 11:06 to go here in this third period. See, the problem is Michael's like 1,010,000 miles ahead of me. So, I just need to look for that. But a nice save there by Skinner. Gets it done. Another save there, battling in front and making two grade A saves in a row with Stuart Skinner. This one to the far side, all the way to the near side. Brett Ritchie fires a shot, and now the Flames are just padding the shot department, trying to break down the Oilers' D by scrambling it up, shooting from all angles. Ruzicka blocked there by Holloway, and the puck goes up and out of play, and we'll have another stoppage in play with 10:35 to go. Stoney, welcome in, as we are absolutely now all of a sudden lit up. The Oilers have their first lead of the game, and Stuart Skinner is an electric factory out there playing some great hockey tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. Hopefully a good result here. 10:35 to go. 1,351 views on the stream. I'd love to try and finish this one off with 1,400 plus, and I think we should be capable of doing that. Derek Ryan wins the face-off back. Darnell Nurse carries ahead, plays it off the boards, tipped on down, and now a chance for Jacob Markstrom to come out and play it. He will, to the on-waiting Derek Ryan, who fires it into the corner off the boards, and the Flames retain possession off the board play. Dylan Holloway out there with Derek Ryan and Ryan McLeod. The shot coming from the point, nothing happening there, blocked in front, and the Flames able to work this one ahead into the neutral, where Jesse Puljujärvi disrupts again. Puljujärvi's had 3 or 4 really good disruptions at the Oilers' blue line to get possession back for the Oilers. So, you know what, he might not be showing up in the score department, but that shows up somewhere in the stat category along the way, is just being a really heady, solid player defensively at your own blue line, preventing players transitioning into your attacking and defending zone. Here's a chance now for Weegar. Shot fired down wide. Hyman goes into the corner. This one's worked here by the Flames. 9-6-0 record for the Oilers in their last 15 games against the Flames. Evan Bouchard misses everybody with that clear, and it will go all the way down the ice. For an icing call, of course. And friends, good evening. Welcome to Dolany TV. My great pleasure to have you along, as I see a whole ton of you just joining in. We're just getting ready for this back half of this third period. 9:31 to go here in this third period. It's my great pleasure to have you along, as we're just about to cross 10,000 views on the channel in the past 48 hours. Always a special moment when that happens. The Flames try to win that face-off. They can't do it. Marcus Niemelainen gets it going. Friends, if you're enjoying the hockey game so far, let me know. Leave a like. The Oilers have bounced this into the offensive zone. Too far behind the red line, though. An icing call there. We'll have another stoppage in play. That said, too, if you're new to the channel, what I want you to do, you don't have to do it right now, but I'd appreciate if you'd consider it at some point, hitting that subscribe button. Last I checked, we're under 280 subscribers away from 10,000 here on Dolany TV, and that would be a fantastic milestone to get very close to before the end of 2022, and then hit it early on in 2023. The face-off for McDavid against Lindholm. Well, Stuart Skinner wins it, and he's going to freeze that puck, that's for sure. Appreciate the kind words there, Josh, and I'm surprised that it didn't freeze you up. I guess you're a moderator, that would be why, but right now, as things go, we'll finally go to commercial break. The NHL said enough's enough, and let's go to commercial break, because these jokers just keep freezing the puck every chance they get. So it's just one of those time things. At 9:14 at night, we needed another commercial break in our lives, apparently. And right now for the Oilers, Connor McDavid from Leon Draisaitl is the difference. The only guys in the game with double-digit points on the season in any column that's been scored tonight are Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, and they hook up for the, go-ahead goal tonight. 34-21 the shots for the Flames, 18-13 the hits for the Flames, 24-23 the face-offs for the Flames, and 2-2 the penalty minutes for both teams. That doesn't make sense. Sorry, 4-2 the penalty minutes for the Flames, 12-8 the giveaways for the Flames, and 17-11 the takeaways for the Flames, 19-5 the block shots for the Oilers so far here in this third period, as we're just waiting to get this back half up and underway and done with, I guess you could say. And there's 1,400 views on the stream, so now we can try and push towards 1,500 here on another solid stream for sure to try and get it going. And Danny, I missed your comment there saying bang about that McDavid goal, but thanks for reacting. Michael, like I said, you're way out in front of me tonight, but appreciate you putting that in the chat so as I know what to watch for. Makes the call easier when you've got a quote-unquote color guy keeping you in tune with the game. All right, we're closing in on the back half of this game, obviously because of it now being the major part of this game, and they're talking about the Flames targeting Connor McDavid tonight. That's been one thing that the Flames have done a lot of tonight, targeting Connor McDavid, but he gets the revenge, scoring the goal. His hair's getting wild again at this point of the season. They still aren't using him in the proper colors this year. Longest point streaks this season, Connor McDavid now up to a 16-game point streak. He'll try and tie Jason Robertson 2 games from now if he indeed does score another game on, the 29th I think we play? And then we play the 31st, as here comes Matthias Janmark back the other way. An opportunity now to get on the attack. He's not going to get it going, but here's now Ryan Nugent-Hopkins back to the blue line. Turned over to the Flames. Tyler Toffoli gets it over to Mackenzie Weegar with 8:55 to go here in this third period. It'll be played on down and into Flames territory, and that will be a offside or an icing call. Not really sure which that one was. Some kind of stoppage in play here. Courtney, welcome into the live stream. Glad to have you along. Even though you're cheering for the Flames, we can forgive that mistake. Daryl Sutter doesn't look too impressed, but when does he ever with this Calgary Flames effort here tonight? As the Flames fans hiding behind their jerseys, scared to be on the Jumbotron. 8:45 to go here in this third period. Darnell Nurse plays it up off the boards all the way to an on-waiting Leon Draisaitl, shielding the puck. He's looking to get something going. As Draisaitl again falls down, and his edges have not been very sharp tonight. He's been battling off guys and kind of fallen down twice now this game as the Oilers try to keep this puck on side. Kyler Yamamoto turns it over. He's on side. Shot down to Yamamoto as Draisaitl tried not to hit him in the high ankle. The Oilers just doing their best to play with the puck in the offensive zone. This one working here for Anderson is that Pizza 73 had almost started engulfing him a little bit. Is now a chance for Darnell Nurse to work this one in the defensive zone. Again, for some reason those ads are really bugging tonight. As 7:56 to go, Jacob Markstrom plays it high off the boards out to the neutral ice. The Flames able to come up with that puck there, and they will work it across to Evan Bouchard, who chips it back into the Flames' end. 7:43 to go here in this third period. Puck played ahead, and in on Stuart Skinner, who will freeze up for a whistle, and we'll have another stoppage of play as this clock is now ticking down here on the Calgary Flames. The Oilers really need to just keep bleeding the clock, doing exactly what they were doing there in that one. Obviously, that Connor McDavid goal from the 29th, a failed clearing attempt by Jacob Markstrom, and a great play by the Oilers. And again, that one, Connor McDavid redirecting to Zach Hyman. And I mean, that October 29th game was something special for Oilers fans, obviously getting revenge on the Flames after the disaster that was the Jack Campbell start on the 15th of October. That seems like a century ago at this point. Here's Zach Hyman in on the attack. Yes, Puljujarvi out there with Connor McDavid as well. 7:27 to go here in this third period. Nuge getting an empty netter wouldn't be a bad thing, Stoney. As the Flames go back behind the net, denied there. Zach Hyman will go back around, and, well, yes, Puljujarvi will flip high into the Flames zone. Zach Hyman now in on the attack. He's getting down deep, and a chance here to try and change the direction of this game for the Oilers if they can get another goal. Ruzicka Sees it deflected away by the Oilers, and we're inside the final 420 seconds of the hockey game. 6:55 to go in the third period. Nikita Zadorov waves it down for icing in the Oilers zone. And oh, by the way, that 4:20 mark as well. It's kind of been following us all around tonight. I'm just having a little bit of fun joking around with that. But 4 minutes 20 seconds average view duration on the stream as well. I know I probably with 58 viewers in the live stream, I have a couple of people that can appreciate my mention of that. 1,429 views on the live stream, by the way, so we're closing in on that 1,500 mark. Just now 70 views away, and we should be able to get it done here quickly. As Ryan McLeod will draw in for the face-off. Won by the Flames, though, so they've been doing a lot of that this game. So have the Oilers. Shot by Toffoli, save by, well, Stuart Skinner right there. And with 6:48 to go, we'll have another whistle and stoppage in the action. We've had a lot of them. And unfortunately, now this is the part of the stream where my nose chooses to get itchy, of course. Don't know if it's the cat hair flying around in here because of obviously the don't know if it's because of the furnace running or what. Chan, welcome in. Here go the Oilers down the ice trying to battle through the linesman. The linesman will hold up Derek Ryan and then call it icing, and Derek Ryan's not at all impressed with the linesman on that one. 6:35 to go in this third period. The Oilers getting outshot 39-21 here against the Flames. Milan Lucic on the ice now for the Flames, wearing the big old C. The Flaming C, that is. On the ice with Nazem Kadri, who's taking the face off. And Brett Kulak's able to win this one back for the Oilers. Actually win it ahead and then turn it over to Nikita Zadorov. Clears the zone, though, and the icing call has the tired Oilers crew on the ice. It's Matthias Janmark and Derek Ryan. Zadorov fires this puck into the far side corner. Yamamoto's going to chip this one back to the blue line. Fired on down to Stuart Skinner. And sorry, guys, if you're wondering why the play-by-play suddenly started chopping up a little bit, it's just this game started chopping up a little bit. The Oilers are doing a good job just killing the rest of the clock, but with 6:10 to go here in the third period, the Flames now have 40 shots. The Oilers can't seem to escape the zone clearly without taking an icing call, and Stuart Skinner obviously making save after save, now making, well, Flames have 74 shots on shot attempts tonight. That's insane. What? But anyway, the Flames, Rasmus Andersson fires another shot. Kailer Yamamoto comes into possession. It'll be fired over the boards to Darnell Nurse, who fires the shot off of his opposing number 25, Jacob Markstrom. This one will be worked now by Nazem Kadri into the Oilers' offensive zone, or defensive zone, sorry. Lucic dishes off. A chance here for Rasmus Andersson, who will dish off there to Noah Hannafin. The shot denied there by Skinner again. So save number 40 of the night for Stuart Skinner. And this one now 5:35 to go here in this third period. Michael Backlund, seeing it going back the other way. Save number 42 for Stuart Skinner as it goes up and over top of the net. Connor McDavid loading up here. Backlund the shot. Save, and save number 43 for Stuart Skinner tonight. My goodness. Stuart Skinner making save after save after save this evening, and we will have a stoppage in the action. I'm going to take a quick second and run upstairs, my friends. Give me a sec. I just need a quick bathroom break. Be right back. got back before the puck goes down. We like to see that. My friends, there's not much time left in this hockey game. We're just about done. We're just about there. John, welcome in as everybody's coming in. Homelander's coming in. I think my thoughts on Skinner he has been fantastic so far. And yeah, we're rocking and rolling, that is for sure. What do we got going here? Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. That's what we got going here. Backlund is dang near perfect in the face-off draw tonight. 11 for 14. And he wins another one now, 12 for 15. That's a pretty good night in the face-off department. John, you're a big Edmonton Oilers fan. Well, I hope you'll consider staying around with me then the rest of the season for sure. And if not, into the next. Zach Hyman gets dragged down to the ice. The Flames touch up, and it's not a penalty. So with 5 minutes to go here, am I really far behind again? I don't appear to, but it says that there's 4:49 to go in this period. So I wonder if we'll have a stoppage in play with the 4:49 mark. Nope. Oh, yes, we do. Nope. For some reason, that scoreboard is just a little bit messed up somehow in the future or something. As this one goes 2-1 into the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds of the third period. The Flames in possession in the Oilers' end. This one worked ahead by CC up out of the zone. And now the Oilers just have to try and get this job done here. Stuart Skinner's going to play it up off the boards. It's going to come to the near side. Actually, it's batted down by a Flame and goes to the far side corner, and it is a hand pass there. So 4:21 to go, and it looks like this scoreboard still is kind of confused. It says 4 minutes, so I'm not sure how far behind I am on my stream. I'm just going to quickly refresh here and see if there's anything that I can figure out here. Maybe I'm missing the hockey game a little turned around, as it's now saying we're down to 3:50. I'd like to just figure out what's going on here. No, we're still at 4:21 on the clock. So I don't know if Sportsnet knows something we don't, but it's still 2-1 at 4:50 or 3:20. So we're good to go. As this one goes down, 4:15 icing call against the Oilers. And yes, friends, as according to Josh in the chat, if you could leave a like on the stream. I'd love to try and end this stream with over 40 likes. I think it's been a good one. I think the Oilers have treated us to a fun hockey game so far. Not a great hockey game, but good enough to deserve a victory, that's for sure, if they can clutch up and finish this one with the lead. Dubé off the face-off draw, gets it back to the blue line. There's Mope battling Warren Fogle. This one's going to be fired on down, and a chance now for Cody Ceci to pick up this puck. He'll flip it up off the boards. Yamamoto able to direct it out of the zone. Hannafin has to make a play, and now with 3:50 to go here in this third period, the Flames have it in their own end. Hannafin's going to work this one here. Ahead into the Oilers zone, where Toffoli backhands it through the zone, and a chance for Lindholm to come up with the puck. He does. Gets it ahead to Hannafin. Hannafin across to Rasmus Andersson. Andersson moving in. The shot, the block, the save on the second attempt by Skinner. I didn't even think he saw that. 3:29 to go here in this third period. The puck winding down for the Flames as desperation time is going to start setting in. We're about 2 minutes away from Jacob Markstrom getting the old hook here to get the extra man on. The Oilers, though, got to keep it, 2-1 for the time being so as they can try and get the empty netter. 3:10 to go here in the third period. It's tied up on the near side boards. Goes in front. Lindholm denied again by Skinner. Fogle battles it to the near side or far side boards. And, that's going to be Leon Draisaitl able to get it across center and fire it on down low into the zone. 41 saves for Stuart Skinner in this hockey game. The Flames get a change, and they get on the ice with another attempt with, I guess, what you could call their top line, or is the Lindholm line their top line? Kadri out there with Lucic on the ice as well with Jonathan Hubert. Oh, this has got to be the Flames top line, right? Chance to the middle. Lucic can't shove it short side. 2:33, the shot denied on the one-timer. Cameraman was even fooled. It's going to be chipped up into the Flames end. 2:25 to go in the third period. The Flames pick it up in their own end. The scoreboard telling me all kinds of good things here, living into the future. 2:19 to go as the Flames enter the Oilers zone. Shots denied there by the stick of Kulak on the shot off of Blake Coleman. 2:08 to go now in the third period, and the Flames setting up the attack. They're all over the Oilers. This is shades of kind of bend don't break Oilers hockey here, where they're just getting pounded into oblivion but not giving up a goal as of yet. My friends, we've crossed 1,500 views on the stream. Thank you so much. We've also hit 40 likes. Let's bring it home. 1:50 to go here in the third period. The Flames back into the Oilers zone. Blake Coleman into behind the net. Buck 42 now. Obviously now you're on watch for Jacob Markstrom coming out of the net. The shot directed towards the net. There are 5 Flames on the ice, 6 Flames on the ice. Sorry, indeed. Jacob Markstrom, nope, he's in net. He was actually just in the corner. As now Mackenzie Weegar comes out to play this puck. Buck 24 to go in this third period. She's 2-1 between the Oilers and the Flames. Back off the boards. Huberdeau plays it there. The Oilers chop it down. The Flames have the empty net. Coming on to the ice is Tyler Toffoli. Milan Lucic out there, still don't understand that. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, though, fires it across to Janmark. Janmark gets it down to Draisaitl, who goes back behind the net. Draisaitl battling there. He'll leave it for Janmark, side of the net. Janmark battled off the puck, 59 seconds to go. Mercy me if that's the puck that costs us the game here, as the Flames flip it in on the attack. Darnell Nurse takes down Tyler Toffoli. No call coming up, or maybe a call, I don't know, does not appear to be. This one is going to be a shot for Huberdeau to the side of the net. Wow! Are you kidding me? The Flames did not score on that one. Whew! Whew! All right, Malcolm Kadri, though. He's going to go back to the far side half wall there. It's going to be played by Darnell Nurse, who's trying to keep this puck alive for the Oilers and get it out of the zone. Deflects off of Zach Hyman. 23 seconds to go. The glove hand. One-timer. Stuart Skinner the save. Man, I was telling you that it's not been pulsating hockey, but I need a moment. That's what it looks like to try and win a hockey game against the Calgary Flames late. They're going to call a timeout and get the boys to the bench and draw up a play. Ayla, welcome in. Dakota, welcome in. We are just waiting for this one to get going. And now is... Wow. We are in for a finish yet. Stuart Skinner just about to finish this one off. And then, yeah, so they're talking about Toffoli's cross-check and then Darnell Nurse sitting down Tyler Toffoli. But we are just moments away from this game finishing up. And that one, side of the net, finished off by Tyler Toffoli off the side of the net note. And we'll have a face-off in the Oilers zone. My friends, welcome aboard to Dolany TV. I'm sorry to plug myself, but I got to do it. If you're new to the channel, I want you to take the rest of this hockey game. Consider hitting that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. I'm just barely away from 10K. We're talking just under 300 subscribers to go. Under 280 last I checked. And let's go get this going, King Nugget. Stewart is too good. Skinner's been absolutely phenomenal tonight. My screen just got blacked out. And hopefully the game comes back. There we go. Connor McDavid, who's had a rough night on the draws, my friend, will draw in to try and win this game against Michael Backlund. Connor McDavid's 5 for 14. He does it. The Oilers win the face-off draw, battling in behind the net. 16 seconds to go. This one's going to go back behind, and a chance now for the Flames to get this one off the boards. 9 seconds to go. 6 seconds. Shot off the post. Oh my goodness sakes. The Flames come within inches of tying the game, but the Oilers win it, my friends. And it is a big-time victory for our Edmonton Oilers. That close to blowing the game, and they win 2-1 in Calgary. I wanted a high-scoring, big-event hockey game, and the Oilers pull out a 2-1 victory against the Calgary Flames. And look at that one. It goes off of the post. Darnell Nurse battling with Lucic in front. And wow, just that close to this game being tied. And Stuart Skinner, the hero here, winning with a ton of saves. I mean, a ton of saves for Stuart Skinner, who comes through in the clutch tonight for the Oilers. 46 shots on goal, 45-ish saves for Stuart Skinner. My friends, thank you so much for tuning in this evening again. If you want to tune into the post-game show, here's what I'm going to tell you. I plugged it a few seconds ago. Consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolany TV before you head out. I'd love to have you tune into the post-game show. It's only 9:34, so we got time to record it tonight, thankfully. And we will catch you in said post-game show. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's live stream. Really appreciate everybody being along for the ride. The Oilers get it done. I will talk to you in the post.